Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's get going. Hello, we are good to go. Hey guys, how you going? So down BK Sport, we're here for a cracking day of rugby league. Hopefully, 2 games that, will get a little bit spicy. We could see something here today that could make it interesting. Obviously, this first game that we're streaming is the Parramatta Eels taking on the New Zealand Wars, baby. The Eels taking on the Warriors, and it should be an okay game. The Eels obviously have an ability to potentially really struggle this one with quite a few players out for them, and the Warriors are unchanged, and they're doing well this year. So the reason the Warriors are favourites is for good reason. Obviously, the Eels would probably be favourites if they didn't have their origin players out. But obviously, they do. They do have their origin players out, plus also Dylan Brown's suspension. So it's going to be a real tough ask to see the Eels win today. But I wouldn't put it completely out of the question at Parramatta. Now, obviously, guys, let's get into the 2-team lineups here before we do get into the ladder positioning and then into the game. So obviously, smack that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here, and comment in the chat right now who you think is going to get the win today. Let me know who you think is going to win. But the Eels, they come into this game in the 6th of 6 positions. They've flown up the table there. Their points differential is absolutely massive, so that absolutely benefits them because it means that they don't have to be shit scared about any loss like the Raiders do. With their points differential, the Eels can keep on chugging, keep on moving, and not be that afraid of losing a game here or there because their points differential is, I believe, the 2nd best in the competition. It is the 3rd best in the competition. However, the Sharks did play, to be fair, no, they both play the same amount of games. So the Sharks are the 2nd best points differential and the Eels are the 3rd best. But after today, as long as they score more than 2 points, we'll go back above the Sharkies down points differential. But we're getting a little bit too ahead of ourselves there. Let's get into the 2-team lineups. Obviously, the Eels, $2.46, underdogs with $1.55 there for the Warriors. And this is at CommBank Stadium in Sydney. Now, the ins, Isaac Lume, Luca Moretti, Matt Dury, and Sean Lane in with Clint Gutherson, Mitchell Moses, Regan Campbell-Gillard, and Wonga Blake out. There's some huge outs there. Plus, also, Dylan Brown is still suspended. So, geez, their spine is all over the shop here today. It is really difficult to see them getting a win here against this Warriors team on form. But if the Warriors in history anything to go by, you can't ever guarantee anything. However, they really should be getting the win today. The Eels, Sean Russell, he's fullback with Mike Azivo and Isaac Lume on the wings. Bailey Simonson and Will Penasini are the centres. You got Ryan Maddow in the 5'8" and Dejan Arce in the halfback. Ofahigi Ogden and Junior Bolo are the front rowers, and Junior Bolo is the captain. Obviously, Junior Bolo unlucky there not to be playing for New South Wales, so at least Parramatta gets someone there because they could have easily lost him as well. Brendan Hands is the hooker with Bryce Cartwright and Andrew Davey in the back row, and then Jermaine Hopgood is the lock. Luca Moretti, Joe Offahengawi, Sean Lane, and Makahesi Makudowa are the interchange. Going to dance every time you say his name, and Matt Dury is the 18th man replacement. Gonna be a real tough ask for the Eels. If this was in New Zealand, you'd be saying guaranteed Warriors win this game. But to be fair, the baby Broncos did beat the Warriors in New Zealand when they played over there. So maybe the Eels could kind of motivate from that, but I find it difficult considering there's no wins, there's no outs, there's no shaking all abouts there for the Warriors. They are unchanged, and that always shows the sign of a team that is in the right position to go on with it. Fullback, Charles Neal-Klokstad, with the wingers being Dallin Watene-Zelezniak, Calgary with his form being, and Marcelo Montoya. Adam Pompey and Rocco Berry are the centres. You got Luke Metcalf at the 5'8". Sean Johnson is in the halfback. Good to see that he is playing, despite the fact that his wife is very close to giving birth. There was worries that he may not be playing. But don't worry, baby. He's playing, son. Don't worry, baby. You get it? I didn't mean to do that, but don't worry, baby. He's playing. Adam Fanor-Blake and Bunty 4 are the front rowers, and Wade Egan is the number 9. You got Jackson Ford and Mitchell Barnett back row, and Tohu Harris is the lock. Interchange-wise, Dylan Walker, Bailey Sirenen, Tom Ali, and Freddie Lussick, with the 18th man replacement being Braden Williami. I think this is going to be a close game. I've got the Warriors to win, but I wouldn't be surprised with a cheeky little Eels upset either. But then again, I also did say that about the Dragons last night. But then again, the Dragons nearly got up last night if it wasn't for some dodgy little decisions there. But the Dragons weren't good enough to win anyway. Ricky Stewart, though, don't get me started on what he put himself into today. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know that Ricky Stewart put himself into a little bit of a hot mess in regards to contracts. So let's put it that way. But they're the 2 team lineups. I'm going to tip the Warriors, but I definitely would not be surprised if this Eels team can still find a way to get something going in Parramatta. Like I said, in New Zealand, I probably would have taken New Zealand pretty easily. In Parramatta, I'll take New Zealand, but I'll take him by maybe about 8 points or so. Let's move now into the ladder. If the Warriors are anything serious to take this year, and we've got to start really looking at them as a contender, they have to be wiping the floor here with the Eels today. Like, this is an Eels team with their fullback out, with their 5'8" out, with their 7 out, and with the rookie 9. Like, their entire spine is just a little bit all over the shop, man. It just is. Their entire spine is all over the shop. So if the Warriors are anything serious this year, you have to win this game, and you have to win this game well, to be completely honest with you. Moving into the ladder now. For the Eels, they're in 6th position with on 22 points, and they're on the same amount of points as the Warriors. So whoever wins this game will go above the other. If the Eels win, obviously they stay above them. But the Eels, they're on plus 132, which is as I said, 3rd best points differential in the comp. If they win this game, they would just go above the Storm for now, because they're still 4 points off the likes of Panthers, Sharks, Broncos, and the Raiders. They are still 4 points off there. So they would go above the Storm with their points differential of plus 65. But the Storm obviously get the bye. So no matter what, if the Eels win, they stay in 6th position this weekend. If the Eels are to lose, they would automatically go below the Warriors. They go into 7th. The Rabbitohs, they beat the Dogs later on tonight. We are streaming the Dogs and the Rabbitohs game. If the Rabbitohs would win, they would go down to 8th, but they can't drop out of the 8 unless the Eels got absolutely touched up here. If they got slaughtered by the Warriors and the Cowboys, they got the bye. Actually, no. So sorry, the Eels can't drop out of the 8 this week, but they would be equal points with the Cowboys and potentially the Titans as well. So points differential does come into play there. However, the Eels would be obviously worried one loss does drop them out there in comparison to now where they're absolutely safe. And this is why I say points differential for them means a hell of a lot right now. You know what would kill this team? A draw. A draw would absolutely annihilate Eels this season, so they've really got to make sure that they either lose or they win. Like, a draw is worse than a loss to the Eels. I will not lie to you. A draw would be worse than a loss to the Eels, because then that would put them on a whole different wavelength in regards to their points differential, and they don't want that because their points differential is unbelievable. You know who would benefit a draw right now? The Raiders. They would love a draw, to be completely honest with you. The Warriors, on the other hand, if they win this game, like I said, they'll go up to... Do they go above the Storm there? If they win this game by 24 points, they would go above the Storm for now. But the Storm as well, like I said, would go back in, they would go back above the Rays there. So they would go actually into 6th position, the Warriors. And then it would depend as well on the Rabbitohs, because the Rabbitohs have plus 96 points differential. If they beat the Dogs, they stay above them. So realistically, the Warriors would be looking to go into 7th. They can't drop out this week unless they lost by like 40, and then the Titans beat the Dolphins tomorrow by about 32, 34 or so. Then the Titans could go above them, but obviously it is quite unlikely there. Actually, to be fair, the Cowboys would go above them. So if the Warriors lose this game by more than 4 points, the Warriors will go out of the 8. I've just realised this. The Cowboys get their bye. They're on plus 38. The Warriors are on plus 42. So if the Warriors lose by 4 points or more, they are gonski from the 8. They go into 9th position. And like I said, if they lose by enough and the Titans win by enough, the Titans could go above them too, which is very unlikely, though, with the points differential of minus 31 there for the Titans. So Warriors have a lot to play for here. The Eels just don't draw. Really? That's realistically all you've got to hope for if you're an Eels fan. Just don't draw. But guys, let's get to the chat. Let's see what you guys are saying. Game starts in 20 minutes time. Hit that thumbs up button. Smack the subscribe button. You better subscribe right now. Do it. Do it, you crazy individuals. Let's get into it. Let's get over here. And don't forget, we will be streaming that Rabbitohs and Bulldogs game a little bit later on tonight, which should be interesting because the Rabbitohs have all their team out and the Bulldogs have pretty much no one out except for Addo Carr. And Malcolm says, up it was. Jimmy Listen says, have you seen all those Para fans voting? Disgusting. We don't support the Eels here. We don't support the Eels here. We don't support the Eels here. But we don't support the Eels here. Let's put it that way. Let's just leave it at that. Malcolm says, been waiting for this all day. Please be worth the wait was. Yeah, like I said, if you lose, just don't lose by more than 4. Actually, don't lose by more than 3. Because if you lose by 4... Is there a tiebreaker? What would be the tie? The tiebreaker would be... Oh, yeah, no. If you lose by 4... Cowboys have scored, obviously, after that 74-0 drubbing of the Tigers. Cowboys have scored 60... Well, let's go with 70. Let's go with 70 more points than what the Warriors have. So they would go into the 8 if it was on 4 based off of the attacking stats there. Well, the Warriors, in regards to their attack, they're on plus 346 for scoring, which isn't that great. So the Panthers 397, Sharks 457, so the Warriors are now 3rd, Broncos plus 392, so 4th, Storm plus 372, 5th, Eels 440, Rabbitohs 416, so they're already down there in 8th. The Cowboys, the Titans, the Dolphins, the Roosters. No, sorry, not the Roosters. I keep looking at that defense. The Titans, the Dolphins, the Knights, and the Dragons have all scored more points than the Warriors. The Warriors are actually in the bottom 5 for attack, but in defensively, they are absolutely phenomenal. They are 100 off the Panthers, but that is the second best defense in the league. People are underestimating this. It's the third best defense in the league. The Broncos are actually the second best defense in the league by about 7 points right now. So, and that can't change this week. So the Warriors are currently the third best defensive team in the league. However, they have given up exactly 100 more points than what the Panthers have. So that is a worrying sign there if they come up against the Panthers. But outside of that, their defense has been phenomenal this season. Voxy says, what team are you guys going for? If I'm looking at it from a Titans perspective, I'd be going for the Eels here. If I'm looking at it from a realistic perspective, you'd be going for the Warriors here. Like for everybody who's around the 8, you'd probably say that a perfect result here would be a draw, obviously. But a perfect result for most teams here would be for the Eels to win. But without all their stars, it's really difficult to see them get the win here. Reece Domino says, was 13 plus, would teams Lesniak first try scorer, Tall Harris anytime try scorer? I don't know if 13 plus happens, but I do like the optimism. I do like it. Jimmy Lister says, those used to be my dad's before I moved now. I got a different puppy. Get around puppies. Malcolm says, Squeals got Origin players out. They do. They have quite a few players out. And not just Origin. Like I said, Dylan Brown is also suspended. So, yeah. Jay says, the New Zealand circle jerk has started early. It's like, Malcolm, when you retract messages, retracting messages doesn't, unless you've been timed out. Does that mean you've probably been timed out? No, retracted means you've taken away. Okay, so Malcolm, if I've read it already and we've publicly, look, hello, I'm here. If I say it out loud, you retracting your message does nothing. It doesn't do anything because I already read it. I already say it out loud, So maybe not to retract the message because it makes no sense to retract the message. Jimmy Lister says, in the Squeals are late to the party. Squeals going to the dirt. Julie Penfold says, hi. Hello, Julie. David Latua says, Awaz would win close one by 8. Well, I said Warriors by 8. That's what I want. Trackers, who do you want to win? Like I said, for the Titans' sake, I'd say the Eels. But I really don't care. I really don't care. If the Titans don't make the 8, it's because we just didn't make the 8. There's been a lot of points this season. Like this season, I look at my team and the Titans as a realistic level. Yes, obviously, we got dudded hardcore by the Raiders last week in regards to that David Feeder no try and the Manny Tomoko try. But overall, we're at this place right now, and I'm actually happy with where we're placed in the sense that we deserve to be in 10th position with a chance to make the 8, but just not that good enough just yet. And sometimes as a fan, you just have to realistically look at a season and say, look, if we can go on with it from here, which I've been saying since before the season started, if the Titans can find a way to go on with it from here with our home games, 6 out of their last 9 home games, if we can go on with it, then we deserve it. If we don't deserve it. It's just as simple as that. And a lot of people get caught up in the, this happened and that happened. But realistically, just the result happened. And overall, in the season, I'm kind of okay with where we're at right now. And I have been saying since before the year that I just wanted to be competitive by this point and then come home like a train. Just can't wait for Tino and Dave that situation to be settled. But then again, that doesn't help when Ricky Stewart is illegally contacting contracted players. Jimmy says, in your dreams, Wild win by 22 plus. Reece says, Dejan Arce might want some payback on us. Why, though? I don't think that Dejan Arce would have hate or vitriol towards the Warriors. Like, they gave him his opportunity, realistically. What was the Cowboys who gave him the opportunity? No, it was the Warriors first, and then he went to the Cowboys, and then he's now at the Eels. So I wouldn't say so. Like, I wouldn't say that there's any animosity between Dejan Arce and the Warriors, considering they gave him his opportunity. Kevin Lee says, Sivo playing game 100 tonight, and PNC playing game 50 tonight. Wow, I didn't even know that. I did not even know that. Let me just make sure here. Let me just make sure of something here. Hold on. Wow, the Sunshine Coast Falcons today won 86-4 in the Queensland Cup over the Northern Pride. They won 86-4. Mason Pugh got 6 try haul. Wowee. 86-4 is mad. 86-4 is crazy, mate. It's crazy. Sachin Golden says, with games we're meant to win, we lose. Unsure about tonight. I agree. Rooster Man says, if the Warriors are switched on, they should win by plenty. If they are the team that they promising their fans they are, then they should win this game by plenty. But Sean Johnson might be a little bit off tonight because he is thinking about his wife, obviously, and what's happening there back at home. So hopefully everything goes well there. We definitely wish all the best of luck to the Sean Johnson family. Brighton Robinson says the Broncos at least still had their halves pairing where Eels don't. You're right. You are right. They did still have Reynolds. And did they still have Reynolds? Did Reynolds play? I know Ezra Mam did. Did Reynolds play? He might have. Recently said Sticky Ricky for the sack. Well, after what we saw, he's been illegally contacting David Fee's manager, as we've found out. Mitch Wilkins says Eels not fancied in the betting, heavily drifting. They are, for sure. They definitely are. Dasman said the team will win. Thank you, son. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. Appreciate you for your really intellectual comment there. But we would actually prefer a draw. I know this doesn't really affect you, Daz, because you're a Dogs fan, and both these teams are competitive in the 8 right now. And this is the exciting part of the season, It's all, like, the most exciting day, really, is actually week 1, because every fan is heavily invested. At this point, you need a game like this, where both fan bases are really invested in their top 8 push. The next game, it's like the Rabbitohs are seriously invested, but a lot of Bulldogs fans would be a little bit detached right now from rugby league, so you get to that point where I guess there's still a lot of passion there, and I'm not saying that all Dogs fans are like this, and I'm saying the same thing about Dragons and the Tigers, and I think the Knights still have a little bit of hope there, so I wouldn't say the Knights, just those 3 teams down there, a lot of their fans will be very disillusioned and understanding of where their season's at, so they won't really care too much about it, but games like this, both these teams are really entrenched in a top 8, battle, considering the Cowboys are there, the Titans are there, you've still got Manly there chasing down, the Dolphins are also in the picture, the Roosters are still in the picture, but their points differential alongside the Dolphins is pretty pathetic. I think for the Dolphins, the only way they make the 8 is by beating the Titans tomorrow by a decent amount. I think if the Dolphins don't win by a significant amount tomorrow against the Titans, I would argue that their season's done with their points differential, and I would nearly argue as well the Roosters' season is kind of done with a minus 92, because they've got the bye this week. They would need to really get a move on next week, because again, the Roosters are probably going to stay in the same position as they are. The Dolphins, unless the Dolphins lose by more than 10. If the Dolphins lose by 10 or more to the Titans tomorrow, with no Jerry Marshall-King as well, no Kafusi, no Branko Lee, no somebody else who's out for the Dolphins. But the point of the matter is that the Dolphins have a few players out, so do the Titans. But it is on the Gold Coast. And if the Titans, I think, have won the last 12 games in a row on a day game of the Gold Coast, which is pretty impressive if that is the case. I saw that on Clarkey or random stats guy's page. So the Roosters are probably going to stay there. I don't know. I find it very, very difficult. The only thing that benefits the Knights significantly is that if they keep winning, and because they've got the bye here, if they keep winning, then their uneven points, because that draw with Manly, will really help them out quite dramatically. So yeah, like the teams like the Dolphins, I wouldn't even say Manly, Titans, and Cowboys are the real worries right now for the 2 teams in question in today's game. Appreciate you getting my wife something mouth for being a member for 15 months. Get around you, brother. Warriors 26, Eels 12, Titans win the comp. Oh, we know that, mate. We know that. That's just simple stuff. It's very simple. Here's a travel man, Sundo. Sundo's in Vegas again, guys. Have a look at him. I've told him to have a word to himself. This guy just doesn't stop traveling. He's in Vegas right now winning billions. Winning billions. Harahone Whipperada says Warrior come out and play. They're coming out. Let's see. Up the wires is Eels by 78 points. Up the wires, what you mean, man? How's your name Up the wires and you got Eels by 78 points? Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. Sheik's Bentley getting around you. Para fans know King Gutho, Moses, and RCG. You never have King Gutho anyway, because he's not a king. He's a cat. Good player, though. Good player. But not the level of what Eels fans make out. But he's been good recently, though. Dogs lost 86-4. No, that's not what I said. I said the Sunshine Coast Falcons beat the Northern Pride 86-4. Shing says, it feels weird that Junior Boulder was captain, although it makes sense. It definitely makes sense, but I understand what you're getting at. Haruhone Wiparada says, Sean Johnson playing his 200th game. He's playing his 200th game, but he does have a lot going on, obviously, with his wife. So hopefully he can really focus here, because this is a big win for the Warriors. They win this. I don't know. Like, this is really, really good signs for the Warriors if they can win this. And they should be winning this with their team in comparison to what the Eels are putting out there today. Jay Hayes says, hit the like button if you just joined in. Exactly right. Smack that thumbs up button, guys. Subscribe if you are new around here. Almost at 24,000 subscribers now. Get around us. Jimmy Lister says, why does it only have to worry about the Sharks next week while Squeals have to worry about Storm, Broncos and Panthers? Hey, Jimmy, don't you disrespect the Titans like that. We play the Eels next week. Hey, Jimmy, mate, come on now. Don't you disrespect the Gold Coast Titans. Big Dave, Tino, bit of Brimdog millionaire. Moe can find a way coming off a clean sweep Origin Series victory. Oh, my God. Parramatta, I feel sorry for you. Dear Ricky Numanga says, hey Blaze, how are you? I'm going alright. Just wish Ricky Stewart would just shush. Jimmy James says, Saints and Tigers fans are investing in antidepressants. Thank you, Jimmy. That is probably great, though. Justin saying, and Hamisa Tapuafido. Thank you, Sheesh. Yes, Hamisa Tapuafido also out for the Dolphin. Justin Taylor says, Roosters needed to beat Manly to keep our season alive. Tough loss. I would agree. Like, it's not official, obviously, because they are still only, 4 points out right now? They're on 18 points. The Warriors, Rabbitohs, and Eels are on 22 points. I tell you what, I know the points differential of the Rabbitohs is good. If the Rabbitohs lose tonight, it could be really good signs for that real top 8 battle, because Manly are absolutely still in the hunt. People aren't talking about them because the Cowboys will get it. If the Titans lose tomorrow, Manly will, if the Rabbitohs lose, and let's just go and say the Warriors lose, or even whoever loses with Eels Warriors, Manly are actually primed for a surprise here because they're on 19. So whoever loses this game here between the Eels and the Warriors, and if the Rabbitohs lose to the Dogs tonight with half their team out to Origin, Manly would be 1 point away from jumping over the top of the loser from this, and the Rabbitohs. And even the Cowboys. So that's terrifying there for those teams because it wouldn't come down to points differential with them. With the Titans, a different story to the points differential, but it wouldn't come down to the points differential of Manly, which is terrifying for teams like the Eels, the Warriors, the Rabbitohs, and also the Cowboys. Christian Cassie, this has Warriors choke written all over it with Parramatta missing all their key players. I agree, Christian. It does have it all over it. I'm keeping some faith in the Warriors to prove me wrong in regards to what I continuously say, that if you're a true Warriors fan, you know what this team does every single year. They build you up and build you up and build you up, and then when it gets to prime time and the crunch, the Warriors just aren't there. And this does have that written all over it. But with that being said, the Warriors should be getting the job done here today. They really should be. Must have won the jackpot. Oh, he got back today. His son got back today, did he? Oh, where are you off to next? Guatemala? You off to Brazil next? You off to the Rugby World Cup in the France? Probably, mate. Probably. T-Ricky says, I forgot to do my tipping. Well, you've got time right now to do it. I'm just getting the go-ahead here. Oh, no, instead, I'm not going to receive the go-ahead just yet. Christian Cass says, I've read that comment. Jimmy says, fine, both teams still have to worry about the Titans. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy. Start thinking. Start using the old noggin. Next week, we play the Eels in Parramatta. And then we come home for a 3-game stretch. The Titans get 3 home games in a row. It's crazy. It's crazy. Considering we had 1 home game in the first 6 weeks, it's crazy. How good. We play the Roosters, the Warriors, and then the Cowboys. No, Roosters, Cowboys, Warriors. Roosters, Cowboys, Warriors for the Titans at home after the Eels game next week. Tibet Junior says, couldn't Eels play their Origin players? I don't know a lot about this stuff. No, because they're in Origin camp right now. So the week beforehand, you have camp leading up to it so they can get their combinations right, so they can understand each other as players and get to know each other as players, so they can play as a team. Because if you just throw them out there, they're not going to know what they're doing. They've all got different plays from their different teams. The Warriors don't run the same plays as the Eels, bad example. The Titans, who have 4 players in Queensland, don't play the same systems as, for example, Manly with Cherry Evans, or the same system as the Storm with Cameron Munster and Xavier Coates. So if they don't have an Origin camp, then none of them are going to be on the same page with each other. However, they put them into a camp, which means they can't play this week. So they can play next week afterwards, but they can't play this week. Justin Sutter says, no, I got back to Sydney this morning. See, mate, I tell you, give him a week or two and he'll be in England. Tibet Jr. getting around it. Kerryama Barra says, what is your game prediction? I'll go 20-16. I could easily be on the fence here. I'm going to back in the Wires. I have to back in the Warriors. But it does have what Christian Kerr said written all over it. But I will back in a 2016 win here to the Warriors. I've already gone away from 8 to 4 now. Funman says, I have 24-14 Warriors, if not 26-22 Eels. Well, no. You've got to go with one of those. You can't go 10-point win to one team and then a 4-point win to the other team. Haruhone with Parada said, if the Warriors lose, I'll be pissed off. Yeah, you won't be happy, especially with all the players out for the Eels. You won't be happy. But the Eels are still a decent team. Who's going to do the goal kicking for Para? Junior, maybe? Yeah, Junior Bowler was going to be taking the conversion kicking for Parramatta. No, I think it'll be... I think Simonson kicks, doesn't he? Like, it could be Arcee, for all I know. I'm pretty certain I've seen Simonson kick in the past, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm crazy, Parramatta fans, I'm not an Eels fan. But even though we watch the games, you would still probably know who is your next in line kicker to Mitchell Moses. So, and I think Gutho takes kicks too, but he's obviously not playing today. I'm going to throw a dart out here. Just a random little cheeky dart. Just like a little something. Say, maybe Simonson kicks? Maybe. Tasman says, New South Wales are in camp for a week and still play like individuals by the time of the game. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Golden Point Johnson field goal. Oh, imagine the scenes. The Waz fans would go crazy, mate. The Waz fans would be getting loose if that happened. I'll tell you that right now. Fudner says, okay, 26-22 to the Eels. Roosterman says 30-8 to the Warriors. Jimmy says, smoked Eels sounds good right now. Otherwise, Sivo is kicking. Okay, so what's this? Well, people are saying Junior Bolo was kicking. Now we've got Brad Fittler kicking. Now Sivo is kicking. What's happening right now? You know what I'm saying? We crazy? And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. But you know what the real answer is? The game is about to kick off in 3 minutes' time. So it's going to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new around here. And don't forget, we will be streaming the Rabbitohs and the Bulldogs game right after this at 7:30 p.m. our time in East Coast of Australia. But if you are in New Zealand, that will be on at 9:30 tonight. On 9:30. This is prime time in New Zealand. And this is prime time. Let me just put these little cheeky AirPods in. James says, do you still have interest in the AFL? Mate, I'm still Geelong fan. Like, I still love my sport. I still love my AFL. But it's just that obviously this content, like this year, I've really focused on NRL. It doesn't mean that it won't come back, but, you know, sometimes you just need to focus on you just got to focus, and then I still watch it. Like, I still watch Geelong all the time. I go back and re-watch the game. And I re-watch the game afterwards, you know. It's been a disappointing season for sure, but we're still absolutely in the hunt. I'm also obviously getting around the Sunnies quite a bit as well because I'm from the Gold Coast. You know, the reason why I became a Geelong fan at the start was because of my stepdad at the time, who my mum hasn't been with for a good 5 years now, or 4 years, or whatever it is, since around about 4 years realistically. So, you know, I have really no reason to go for Geelong now, but back then obviously became a fan of them because of him. So I kind of want to get around the Sunnies, but yeah, no, I still love my AFL. I still watch every Cats game, just not live for the majority of it, unfortunately. Seth Vickers says 28-10 to the Waz. Kerryama Barras says Dejan Arcee for their goal kicking. Yeah, like I said, it was either Bailey Thomason or Arcee. It makes sense for Arcee. Ben's Money says, in future, will you do AFL live streams? I don't know what's with all the AFL questions right now, but not for the time being. When we can maybe get somebody like an Antonio, like a Chihuahua boy, a bit of a Chihuahua boy there, or a blue headphone man, to do some rugby league ones. It'd be great for me to be able to do some AFL, but for the time being, no, I will be obviously sticking with the old NRL of the L at the moment. Christian Gates, rugby league, best sport on the planet, can't tell me otherwise. I love rugby league. I'm not going to sit here and say no, because I absolutely am obsessed with this sport. But obviously, I do love baseball. I do love football as well, as in European football. You know, I love all kinds of sport, man. But those are my top three, though. They are my top three. They are my top three. Aiden Ravanello says, hey, bro, how you doing? How you doing, man? I do think that I'd put rugby league as my personal number one, though, because I watch it every week. I watch every single game. You know, I can't say that I don't love it the most because I watch every single game, whilst with, you know, European football leagues and whatnot, I watch my team. And then with the baseball, I watch as much as I can, but I can't get to watch every single game, you know what I'm saying? Game starting. Here we go. The Warriors are walking out onto the field. Here we go. Do you like watching lawn bowls? Not ideally, mate. I think that I can play lawn bowls with my bare feet, but I don't know about myself going to watch, like putting a stream up for lawn bowls. Oh, good crowd. Good crowd. Not sold out by any means, but good crowd nonetheless. All right, Warriors around the field. Warriors around the field. Yeah, of course, lawn bowls is mad for you, Jay. That's because you're 142 years old. It's the only thing you can do. It's the only thing you can do. And your lawn bowls is probably playing on the Wii Sport. Playing on Wii. Remember when Wii was a thing? As in the WII, you sickos? Remember when Wii was a thing? That was like the big thing for a couple of years. Bulla, let's go Eels. Max says, Bulla, brother. Bulla. A bit of Micah Sivo action tonight. A bit of Tosso Vitti. Actually, Lume as well. Sando says, good crowd compared to the Tigers game the other day. Oh, that was pathetic, man. That was pathetic. Wii tennis was goated. Yeah, Wii tennis was... Oh, and bowling. Wii tennis and bowling. I love bowling. Like, actually legitimately bowling, not just... I'm pretty good at bowling. But Wii bowling was also goated too. Rooster Man says, time for Warriors to push hard, pointy end upon them. Yeah, this is where they usually fall too, Rooster Man. That's why this is a big game for the Warriors to prove themselves. If they lose this game, it'll fall into what I've been saying all season long, that they get to this point and then they falter. And I don't want that. I would love to see the Warriors do something and do well. Put them into the 8, and then obviously everyone can have a team to support in the 8, even if they don't support a team in the 8. So, yeah, it'd be huge. It would be huge. So, yeah, 200 games for Shawnee Johnson. He's 12 behind Benny Madaleno. So, he won't... Whoa, if they push deep into finals, he could go above them. Oh, the crowd's okay. That was deceptive before, Sundo. That was deceptive. The way the seats are made makes it really hard to tell. All right, so it's going to be Hopgood now. He'll get this ball to the 10. Not Hopgood. Adam Finnell-Blake. I'm crazy. Adam Finnell-Blake gets his ball to the 12. Kevin Lee says, I used to have a Wii back in the days. I still got it in my house. Mate, wait 30 years and I can tell you they'll probably be worth a lot. Jacob says, do you think the Rays can stay as high or they drop out of the 8? I've got them dropping out of the 8 personally. But Rays fans are going to hate me for saying that. And they're going to think that I have a bit of bias there, but I don't. Like I've been maintaining the same thing for a while now. 1 or 2 losses to any team coming up and they can really fall out of the picture fast with their points differential of minus 67 or whatever it is. So 4th tackle now for the Warriors at the 30. Not the greatest opening set, but Nickel Clockstar gets them to the 40 on the 5th tackle. Wii Boxing, yeah, Wii Boxing was pretty good as well. Jacob says I'm a Rays fan. Well, I think you can understand where I'm coming from, though. That's the thing. Like, although you might get annoyed at me saying that, good take there by Sean Russell, who brings it back to the 35, and then gets crunched back in the tackle to the 30. I think as a Raiders fan, as much as you may dislike me saying they probably drop out of the 8, I think you can understand where my concern comes from, especially after a game like last night. There's a lot of concern there for the Raiders, especially considering that was the Dragons and not a team like the Panthers or not a team like the Broncos, who I know the Raiders beat already this season, but still that was a long time ago, a long time between drinks, and I don't think the Broncos are that great, but overall they're a lot faster of a team and they can definitely, utilise it to their advantage. 4th tackle here for the Eels, they're at the 45 on the Warriors side of the field. Easy me's for Para. Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to be Bryce Cartwright. Jeez, that was a good run to the 35. He's been having a good year for the Eels, especially after being not great for a while. He's really got back to his Penrith form, realistically. Not as fast, but he's got back to his Penrith form. Good take by Nickel Clockstar under the pressure there from Sean Russell. Jim Melissa says, I hate how the Wires home games are always up north and never south. Well, that's why they're considering bringing in a South Island team, because obviously a lot of people in the South Island always say, the Auckland Warriors and not the New Zealand Warriors because they don't want to be represented as a whole. Give the South Island a team and then you'll have some... Oh, mistake there by the Warriors. That's a knock on there by towards Henning Selesniak. I don't know why he's complaining about that one because that was very clearly just a knock on. So it's going to be Eels ball here. 15 metres out here from the Warriors line. Bad mistake there from Teddy Selesniak. Jake says, yeah, I'm not as big an NRL fan. I prefer AFL more, so I don't mind your opinion. Oh, there you go. There you go. Again, why something Mouse says they nearly got run down by the Dragons up 30-10. Yeah, that was mad, man. That was mad. I reckon that the Knights have a chance they smash the Dogs. No. 1, the Knights did smash the Dogs, and 2, the Knights are a decent way out of it. If they get in, it'd be a miracle. But miracles can happen, but I don't think the Knights are good enough, man. They got beaten decently by the Panthers when the Panthers had 8 of their starting players out and the Knights had a full-strength team. First tackle, the Bulldogs are a different breed of the Panthers. Second tackle here for the Eels, and here they come. Here comes in Parramatta on his squeal. 3 metres out, depleted, but she's not out just yet. Let that side to Dejan Arce. Arce underneath there. And it'll be Simonson. It'll be 8 metres out here from the line. That's as we are the Panthers. You are the Panthers of the opposite end of the table. Yeah, I agree. So right hand side, Brendan Hansel, forward pass. Whoa, I'm surprised they didn't call forward pass there. That's going to be first tackle of the Eels after their set restart. Brendan Hands gives it out the back here. Dejan! Oh, wow, it's a penalty. Oh, Eels obstruction. Oh, no. Parramatta, what was this, man? Parramatta, what is that? What is that? That obstruction from Andrew Davey was horrific. Dejan Arce needed to just go out left and take the tackle, man. That was really poor. Yeah, it was gonna say way too easy somewhere. There's no way that hole opens up. There's no way that hole should have opened up, and it obviously didn't legally. So Warriors with the ball here at the 30. And they'll be 35 minutes out from their own line. They'll be happy with that because the Eels did look menacing there. I think the Warriors have a bit more to worry about than first. Oh no, Warriors. Oh, this is not a good start for New Zealand. They've just thrown the ball over the sideline. This is not a good start for New Zealand. Ben's Money says, like, Knights need a good draw to make it, but they surprisingly have a better points differential than the Raiders. The points differential doesn't matter for the Knights. They're on a different point system. Doesn't matter. But the Warriors throw the ball over the sideline, and, big yikes. Big yikes. And if Watene Celestia gets that ball, they have a massive break. Itachi can't catch the ball. I don't think the Warriors realise this, but the Itachi's not actually playing for their team. No, he doesn't actually play for the New Zealand Warriors. He's contracted to the NRL as a touchy. Oh no, this is mistake written all over. No, it's going to be 6 again here for the Eels at the 40. Jimmy Lister says, apparently if there's going to be another New Zealand team, it's going to be based out of Wellington and top South Island. As long as it's South Island, that's the main thing. So first tackle here at the 33. That would create a really good rivalry, I reckon. There'd be a massive, massive rivalry there. And I think that would really help rival a lot of what rugby union does. Second tackle here at the 20. I think New Zealand needs a big rivalry because their rivalry right now is a love... Matto taking down 30 metres out, third tackle. A lovely kind of rivalry where there's a lot of respect between the top. Oh, let that sidey, Brendan Hands taking down 4 metres out of the line, fourth tackle. I'll say what I'm saying in a second. Fourth tackle here. Dejan Arce and Junior Bolo, not to play. Not to play. Fifth tackle. Warriors are good defensively. So the Eels look menacing right now, but the Warriors defensively are the third best defense in the competition. Right hand side, Ryan Madison. Madison gives out the back to Penasini. Penasini here. This is terrible, actually, from the Eels. Oh, no, Eels. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. That was shocking. That was shocking from the Eels. That was shocking. What I was saying was they have like a somewhat of a rivalry with the Storm and a bit of a love rivalry with like a respect rivalry between the Warriors and the Titans, but there's nothing really significant from the New Zealand that gives them a lot of heaps, like a massive amount of passion in regards to vitriol and hatred. Second tackle now for the Warriors, and that's what rugby league is based off of. It's really realistically based off of that. Good meters here from the Warriors early. Third tackle at the 50. Left hand side. Oh! Warriors are away! Warriors are away! Warriors a chance! Taking down the 5. Great tackle there, but geez, that was terrible defense there from the Eels early. They'll go right hand side here quickly. Over the top. Oh, chance was! Warriors, baby! The Warriors go bang. The Warriors go bang. Well done, Warriors. Took the pressure and hit back. Absolutely. They just went 100 metres and went slap. 4-0 to the Warriors there after 7 minutes. Nice work. And that was brilliantly... it's flat. It's flat from me, from Metcalf to Jackson Ford. Good run by Ford. And the Warriors just, find a way. And it's good to see Luke Metcalf. It was pretty lazy there from Junior Borlo. Was not running hard enough to get to the man. That's actually kind of on Junior Borlo there. Because the Eels do push out there thinking that there's going to be a man on the inside. And you need to see more from your captain in that situation to get up and push across. Because the Eels had to try and cover out on that outside. The Eels are so wide open this early on. Could be a bloodbath. Because if that pass goes to Watene Celestia on the wing, the Warriors would have been away for a big one there as well. No, AFB did not score, Daz, mate. That was the big man, Luke Metcalf. Metcalf was the one who scored. So that's more like it, can't the boys? They've made a few mistakes here early too, the Warriors, so they needed that one. Logan Finlay says, I definitely understand as a Raiders fan. I'm honestly confused myself how we are even tied on points with the top 4. We just can't win games 13 plus for some reason. It annoys me. You're actually tied first right this second, but obviously the Broncos and also the Panthers have a bye. They both have a bye. If Sean Johnson's wife called... Okay, bro, come on, man. No, she's not funny, bro. No, come on. So the Warriors are going to kick that ball over there. Yeah, good call, Joe. So that's going to be 6-0 here to the Warriors. 6-0 to the Warriors. Yeah, Penasini there couldn't get... it was a good hole found by Jackson Ford and a great pass on Luke Metcalf. Mr. Lamb says, come on the Eels, where's the electric? No electric, you hear what they? Well, they've got no spine, bro. They've got no Gutho, no Mitchell Moses, no Dylan Brown. Their spine's all over the place. Smokey Schmokey says, up to the wires, mate. Good start here. Obviously, very early, but good start. Eels did look okay on the attack for the most part until the end of their set, and then it looked dreadful. But the Warriors, again, third best defense in the comp. They're not going to be giving up too many points. But the focus here today for the Warriors is if they win this game significantly, it proves the Warriors are in with a shout of, really pushing into the finals this year. I don't see them winning the comp, but they're definitely competitive, They're definitely competitive, and they need to prove that by winning this game by a decently large amount. Or just win it, really. Not even win it by a large amount, just win it. H. Simon says, Raiders got out of jail big time last night. Raiders got out of jail big time the last 2 weeks. Controversial call in both games. But I think the Raiders deserved to win last night. And I wouldn't say either team necessarily deserved to win in the Titans game with them. With the Titans and Raiders. But last night the Raiders still deserved to win despite the get out of jail free card. Saba goes there from the Warriors. And Mike Sivo, which is Lesniak. I think that's a knock on Eels. I think there's a knock on Eels here. And it's gonna be a knock on Eels, yeah. So it's gonna be Warriors ball. Well, it's gonna be a Warriors ball. James says the ladder on the screen live. No, that's just that's the ladder going into this game. So the ladder right now, if you're looking at it live, would be the Warriors would be in 6th position. They would be in 6th position. Hey, someone says you wouldn't have called last night's game a good game. I think it was sloppy from both teams. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was definitely sloppy from both teams, but I still enjoyed it for sure. No, it's from 2 years ago. So right hand side and Bunty R4, 3 meters out from the line. It's going to be first tackle. 10 minutes gone here, guys, in the first half. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Warriors, left hand side, Adam Fanor Blake. He's going to be 2 meters out now from the line and back to the 4. Second tackle. Bryce is coming to Warriors. All right, so right-hand side. Oh, nice little movement there. Jackson, Mitchell Barnett. He'll be taken down 3 meters out, third tackle. Your ladder is wrong, Mr. Streamer. Oh, man, we know the Titans are actually top. I'm just giving you guys a little bit of a rest. Left-hand side, Tall Harris. Oh, lazy from the Eels. Lazy from the Eels. They're lucky they get there in the end, though. Fourth tackle now. 3 meters out again. I'd go left here, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Wade Egan off to Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson to Metcalf. Oh, mistake. The Eels can pick it up here, and the Eels do pick it up. It is Parramatta ball. It is Parramatta ball there. So first tackle for the Eels at the 18. Good run by Will Penasini. Jeez, great run by Penasini to the 35. Maybe the Eels aren't just done with yet. It's going to be second tackle. And Lume! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Lume, look at him go. He's flying. Now they're in the 45. This is looking like it's going to be a good game, actually. Right-hand side, and 6 again for the Eels as well. This is hype right now. This is what happens when you get to the point end of the season, and these games do matter. They all matter. Today's stat is Toby Sexton has never lost a game for the Bulldogs. Also never won a game with the Bulldogs. But I will be supporting my boy Toby Sexton in today's game. Second tackle here for the Eels. They go left-hand side now to Junior Bolo. Bolo off to Andrew Davey. Davey's going to be 20 metres out from the line. 20 metres out now from the line. They roll it back. Gives it off right hand side to Hopgood. Hopgood himself! Hopgood gives it off to Junior Bolo! Oh, good gap there from Hopgood. Fourth tackle, 3 metres out from the line. Left hand side, Brandon Hands gives it out to Arcee. Knock on by the Eels, and the Warriors are away. They're at the 20. Oh, the what's heading to Lesniak. What's heading to Lesniak? Pushes away, taken down to the 45. This is back. This is end-to-end stuff, but he gets up, he passes it. No, that's a tackle for sure. Well, actually, that should be a penalty to the Eels there. It has to be a penalty to the Eels there. I can't believe that's just Warriors ball. J. Dawes says the NRL are apparently planning on bringing a State of Origin game to New Zealand. I don't see any reason why NRL should bring it there. What do you think? No, I don't like it. If you want to bring rugby league to New Zealand, make a South Island New Zealand team. I don't like Origin from Queensland, New South Wales going there. I don't even like it going to Perth and Adelaide and Melbourne, but it happens. But I guess if you're going to give Perth and Adelaide and Melbourne games, then you may as well give it to New Zealand at that rate, because I guarantee there'll be more atmosphere there than there is in Victoria and Western Australia and South Australia. Third tackle now, Sean Johnson at the 20. Gives it out to Tall Harris. And Harris, he'll be 10 metres out from the line. Good wrap up there from Hopgood. Hopgood is just everywhere on defence right now. Just everywhere for the Eels. Right-hand side, they give it out to Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson gives out the back end. Watesa Lesniak. Oh, short by 2 metres. Fifth tackle here for the Warriors. Oh, 4 pass. Knock on anyway. That's a knock-on. 4-pass knock-on, whatever, from the Warriors. Joshua Price went to the Broncos versus Titans game. It was good, wasn't it, Josh? Yes, it was. It was very good. Bruce mentions all teams to be ramping up. Yeah, I was with the Titans boys this morning at Seabus Super Stadium. We're definitely starting to ramp up. Obviously, this is really the last week of not ramping up. Next week should really be the week we see all the teams start to turn it on again, because that's when Origin's done and you focus. Titans don't have another bye, so they have to focus on just game by game, win by win. Rather than other teams that can look towards a bye, refresh, and then go again. We have no refresh. We've had our buys. So, yeah, you've got this point of the season. But I wouldn't say this week is really the week just yet. Penalty to the Eels. Penalty to the Eels. What a tackle by Simonson it was. Slapper says, come on the team that's always apparently involved. Slapper, don't start him now. Slapper, come on, man. Please don't start him now. Don't do it. Don't let the game unfold. Let a controversial call happen that is arguably 40-60 in favour of a robbery, and then maybe let him go. But come on, man, let's please not start him off early. I'm begging. So right hand side, Junior Bolo gets the ball to about 43 minutes out from the line, first tackle. I got Titans advertisement on Facebook today telling me to join the Legion. Fair enough. Bryce Cartwright nearly got through his second tackles. Well, you may as well join the Legion. Join the front line Sunday. Right hand side to Ryan Madison. And Madison taking out the 18 or so, third tackle. Elite Edits getting around the Warriors. Harahoni Whipperatus' Warriors going to calm down. Yeah, this game is really frenetic right now. Really frenetic. Fourth tackle here for the Eels, 13 metres out. Oh, close to a penalty there. Surprised it's not. Eels probably should have had a couple of penalties the last couple of bits. Dejan Arce outside. Good little run there by Sean Russell, but he'll be taken down 2 metres out. Fifth tackle. 2 minutes out, fifth tackle now. 15 minutes gone. They give up to Dejan Arce. Arce puts that ball up into the air. Not a bad kick, actually. Knock on from the Warriors. It'll be 6 again. Penalty, actually. He was in front of him. It will be a knock on. So Eels will get a 6 again here. 10 metres out from the line. Lauren Gingatau getting around it. Let's go up to Waz. Francis, who's goalkeeper for the Eels? You. Why don't we just wait? Why don't we just wait, you know what I'm saying, to see what happens with the goal kicking for the Eels? Because I don't know. My guess is kind of as good as yours. I would assume it's either Dejan Arce or Bailey Simonson. To be honest, if the Titans lose tomorrow, is our season over? I wouldn't say it's over, but it's getting there. I would not say it's over, but it would be win every game from there on out. And we have some tough... Oh, no! Warriors. Sean Johnson, no. That's a try to the Eels. That's a try for the Eels. Bailey Simonson just scored. What? That was Sean Johnson. Oh, that's a poor read there from Sean Johnson. The Eels will score. Bailey Simonson. Super coach. Super coach. Super coach. Lucas has come and watched that defense. And this is what happens when you've got a lot going on off the field. Sean Johnson makes an incredibly ridiculous read there. Look at this. Really poor there from Sean Johnson. It was actually really slow and lazy. And unfortunately, let Bailey Simonson get out to his left-hand side. The gap was too big, and Simonson gets over the line and make it 6-4 with a kick to come. And good reach out from Simonson too. He's been having a stellar year, man. His year, Bailey Simonson's year for the Eels has been really, really unreal. Good try. Can we estimate your mouse? Doesn't the regular season go to round 27? It does. That's what I'm saying. We're not done. Like, the only teams that are done right now is Dragons, Tigers, and Bulldogs. On that level. Bench SJ, you can't focus. Well, no, you don't bench SJ because he can't focus. Like, you still need Sean Johnson here in a crucial game for your season. You still need him. Malcolm says, first SJ did 4 pass, now this. Well, okay, Warriors fans, let's settle down. Let's not start blaming and throwing the toaster, throwing the shoe at Shawnee J here. Right, because if you're going to win this game, you need to have a good game. It's unfortunate that he's done that 4 pass and then this one here. But the fact of the matter is that if you're going to win this game, you're going to have to hope that he has a big game. Mary Manataka says, Sean Johnson should have stayed home with the wife, give Volkman a crack. Oh, I think it's too big of a game, man. I think this is too big of a game. You have to win this game. Rooster Man says, who's kicking? Oh, Sean Russell. Sean Russell's kicking in for the Eels. Sean Russell will miss the kick. He will miss the kick. So, yeah, it's unfortunate there for the Eels. They're going to miss out on that. So, the Warriors, they can be thankful for that. The main kicker for the Eels is out today, and that shows. That shows. Sonny Bills is too big of a game for SJ not to play. Absolutely. Way too big of a game. This is, whoever wins this game goes above each other. And again, like I said, if the Warriors lose this game by more than 4 points, they actually go out of the 8 because the Cowboys with their bye would go above them. So they just have to, as long as they don't lose by more than 4, that's the main thing. Laurie says, why are both teams playing like the Broncos and trying to score every play? Calm down, composure, boys. I wouldn't say that they're trying to score every single play. I just think that the game is quite frenetic at the moment, and both teams need to recognise that it's only 17 minutes into the game. Like, both these teams are going to be exhausted by the end of it if they keep playing to this level. Second tackle here for the Eels at 25. SJ, life is wise. He's a fan first and player second. Yeah, I understand the concern in regards to the thought processes that he has coming into this game, but it's his 200th. It's a big game for the Warriors. They need to win this. 4 tackled here, 45 out. Both teams are losing the middle third of the field very easily. Jason's just seen a ghost walk in the halls of YouTube. I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about? So left-hand side here, it's going to be Dejan Arce. Puts that ball into the corner. And which has Leslie. Oh, he actually bobbled it a tiny little bit, but he does catch it. Slappers can't blame the bloke for having his missus and unborn child in his mind. Of course, that's what I'm trying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's still there. Of course, it's definitely there. But you can't blame him. You can't blame him. Let's say Mitchell Moses in the finals last year. He had a lot going on off the field as well. So third tackle here for the Warriors. They're 25 metres out from their own line. Starting to slow down a little bit, that hectic pace. Right, since both teams are losing the middle third of the field very easily. Yeah, defensively, it looks like there could be some points in today's game, which is kind of weird considering the Warriors are so good defensively normally. Oh, 6 again on fifth tackle against the Eels. Oh no, Parramatta. Wow. Our old Panther Springbok mate who rides the wagon. Oh, really? Oh, really? Moas is travelling around, is he? Wowee. What since Leslie got some butter hands? No, he's alright. But, oh, good little run there by Dylan Walker. Taking down 23 metres out of the line. Bunty R4 comes off here for Dylan Walker. Oh, Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson steps away from a couple. He's still going here, Shawnee J. Taking down 9 metres out. Where's you Warriors fans complaining now? So third tackle, Wade Egan. Arguably forward that pass. Wow, they haven't called it. Fourth tackle here, 3 metres out. Fourth tackle. They roll this ball back here to Wade Egan. Egan out the back to Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson! Oh! Fifth tackle, 2 metres out. Hopwood again defensively. He's on fire today, man. Fifth tackle here for the Warriors. At the back here, Luke Metcalf at the 15. He puts the ball into the air. Simonson goes up. No penalty. Oh, I think this is knock on. Nah, forward saying he scored, but it's just a knock on here for the Warriors. Knock on here from the Warriors. Who is the Eels conversion kicker? Is Sean Russell is the conversion kicker here for the Eels today. Where do you see Moas kicking around, Jay? He wasn't in the chat, was he? He couldn't be in the chat. Yeah, forward all day. Goes forward by about 2 metres here. Pompey goes up for it and very clearly forward. Yeah. So knock on there. No try. Bloody bandwagon bus. That isn't Mr. Bus thing to do. He does love a good old bang. Oh, well, I guess it is rugby season, Jay. It is international rugby season. And actually, there's some games on right now, isn't there? Isn't the rugby championship on this weekend? I'm pretty certain it is. Rugby championship. No, tomorrow. South Africa, Australia is tomorrow. Oh, yeah, fair enough there, Jay. All right, so it's going to be second tackle here for the Eels, and they're 25 metres out from their own line. Sean Johnson's up to Wise, and penalty to the Eels. Bailey Simonson's having a good game. Getting a couple of penalties, and that's good. 20 minutes gone here in the first half, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. 20 minutes all gone. All right, so let's do that. Let's do that. All right, so Eels ball here, 45 metres out. HB, go and check out the podcast, my guy. Go and check out the podcast. If you don't know about the Gold Coast Frontline podcast, type it on YouTube. The Gold Coast Frontline podcast is where myself and Clarkie's Rubber League column talk all things Gold Coast Titans every single Wednesday. And we've got some player interviews coming up as well. Second tackle here, 35 metres out now from the line. Right-hand side, they give it off here to Dejan Arce. Arce to Ryan Madison. Madison here, he'll be 20 metres out from the line. He's been running the ball strongly at the line really nicely. Yeah, Jay just dropped the link. Go and check that out. In New Zealand, Argentina, and Oz vs. the Box. It should be good. Junior Bolo. Oh, man. What a lot of sport this weekend, though. Australia, Box, NRL, Wimbledon, and also the Ashes. Let it inside. Andrew Davey, high tackle. No, wow. Fit tackle here, 5 minutes out. I think the Warriors are getting a lot of beneficial little calls. Right-hand side, Hopgood out to Madison. Madison kicks it through here. This is going to be a 6 again. That's a great kick from Madison. Oh, Montoya gets out of the in-goal. That's really good stuff there by Marcelo Montoya. That is really good stuff. That is really good play there. Great work, Montoya. Yeah, really good run there from Montoya to get out of the in-goal. So second tackle here, 15 minutes out from their own line. You probably have a slap at the thing for that, yeah. So right-hand side and it's nickel clock started at the 25. I think Ryan Madison's having a pretty underrated game at the moment. I don't think many people would be seeing the work that he's putting in. He's putting in a lot of work. It's like with Hopgood. Hopgood's making a lot of work defensively that people aren't really probably going to notice. But he did have that really good play attacking-wise before as well. Jackson Ford trying to get the offload away. Oh, he's lost the ball. You didn't need to be trying to force that offload away there, Ford. Did not need to be trying to force that offload. So it will be Eels ball now. Justin Button says, Baller brother, let's go Warriors. Hoping Egan gets a sneaky meat pie. Yeah, really unnecessary there by Jackson Ford. Really unnecessary. If you could choose a coach, who would you choose? Ivan Cleary, Prime. Wayne Bennett, Prime. Craig Bellamy, Prime. Firstly, read the rumours. Secondly, I would say Craig Bellamy. Is Sean Russell even a good kicker? Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because you've got no other option. The fact of the matter is you have no Moses, so tell me a better kicker. You probably wouldn't. No, Bailey Simonson again. Could argue he's just getting the better of Sean Johnson defensively here today. First tackle, right-hand side, off to Makahesi Magatua. Gets the ball to the 25. Second tackle. Yeah, I'd personally say Craig Bellamy. Right-hand side, off to Dayton Arcee. Runs it himself. Nice little run to the 13. Be third tackle now. Third tackle. Something says, I need seeing Kate to get me lots of Supercoach points today. Third tackle over the Eels. Junior Bolo gets the ball 5 minutes after the line. Mary Matataka, $20 redo donation. Appreciate you, Mary. Thank you very much. 1 second here, right side. Brendan Hands. Oh, fit tackle in 3 minutes out. I'll read your donation out in a second, Mary. Fit tackle 3 minutes out from the line. Bryce Cartwright. Oh, no, there's an injury here to Brendan Hands. Oh, he's all right. It was a slow play of the ball, though. Dayton Arcee puts that ball up. No one chasing it through. And it'll be an easy take with the Warriors. Eels. Wow, that was pathetic. No one chased that through. And now the Warriors here. They can break away. Oh, great tackle by Junior Bolo. Mary Matataka with the $20 redo donation says, Tina to the wire sounds great. What you reckon, Blaze? I reckon I should time you out. That's what I should do. But no, Tino's not going anywhere. I'm not worried about Tino. That's a penalty to the Warriors. Penalty to the Warriors. But I appreciate you for the $20 donation. Get why something else says, Sheets, if you want to know who was the better player, ask Jay. No, he's asking the coach. Yeah, I know, gaslight, but with the donos, it's okay. Exactly right, Sundo. Exactly right. Brian says 136 watching, 30 likes. We can lift their numbers. Lift the numbers with the like button. Smack it up. Smack it up. But that's a penalty to the Warriors here. So they should get to the attack and half of this one. No, the Dragons are not making a play for Botina and Fafita. You know why? Because they haven't exercised the option in their contract. Ricky Stewart has been found out to be illegally contacting contracted players because guess what? Neither player has had the ability to exercise the option. So when Ricky Stewart said that he made an offer, well, guess what, baby? That's illegal. That's illegal because they aren't with the club to exercise the option. So they are currently contracted to multiple years. Oh, that's a knock on from the Eels. 6 again coming up for the Warriors. 6 again coming up for the Warriors. Tino and AFB is your props. Yeah, that's massive. These kids believe anything. Jay, it is crazy. The Warriors will get the ball fresh at 6:35 minutes out. It's crazy what people believe, eh? It really is. Like, people don't understand that the media is just trying to get you to click on their article because guess how they get paid? By you clicking on their article. So they can say nonsensical shit, and I can tell you right now, in regards to one of the two guys, it is nonsensical. And the other one I'm kind of in the dark with, but also is 95%. It's also nonsensical. So Warriors now, Sean Johnson will be taking down 35 metres out from the line. Wade Egan now. But I just love Ricky Stewart getting caught up in his own bullshit. Second tackle here, 20 metres out from the line. True Roos is sniffing. You wish you, man. biggest wishes than everything wisher. Dylan Walker after Luke Metcalf. Metcalf at the back here. Oh, no, that's poor defense from the Eels. Good play from the Warriors. Marcelo Montoya try time. That was poor defense from the Eels there. That is poor defense from the Eels there. So the Warriors will just pass that ball out to the left-hand side. Like, the Warriors did what they needed to do, but the Eels defensively just then were so poor. Like, I think this comes down to, is it Simonson maybe? Is it Simonson? Sean Johnson here at the back to Walker. Walker out to Metcalf. Yeah, Simonson, bro. No, Penasini, sorry. Simonson on the other side. Penasini just gave the Warriors a try there. Penasini just gave the Warriors a try here. Wow. What was he doing? Why did he look at the decoy like that? The ball was never going to the decoy in that situation. But Metcalf's having a good game. Appreciate you, Brocky Sports, for the $1 donation. Appreciate that, mate. Brian Robinson says, like clockwork from the Warriors. Try time like the stream of that one. Absolutely. Hayden Kelsey getting around Montoya. Lucas says, Walker really helps her attack. Yeah, but like, look at what was Penasini doing there? Like, you can't even blame Lume in that situation. Nothing was wrong with that. Nothing was wrong with what Lume did. It's just Penasini was well and truly in, and then got folded by a decoy that was never going to happen. But Marcelo Montoya try time, 10-4 here. And Sean Johnson convert the kick. Scored in 3 straight games, Marcelo Montoya. He's a good player, the old Marcelo Montoya. Good player. Good winger. Defensively can get caught out, but very good on the when he gets the ball. Very strong. So Sean Johnson here, tough kick to make. Tough kick to make, but he's a right footer, so it is on his side. Bit of SJ action. Right up in your face. 12-4 here to the Warriors. 12-4 here to the big old Warriors. 12.5 minutes to go the first half. Much needed try. The game did slow down quite dramatically. So that was a much needed try there. Agreed media said Slater could be leaving the Maroons. Yeah, the media's all over the shop, man. The media just wants you to look at whatever they want you to look at. Like, look, for example, what I just told you about Ricky Short, guaranteed the media don't push it. You know why? Because Ricky is best mates with the media. Sticky Ricky is best mates with the media, right? So you won't hear a great deal about Ricky admitting to contacting David's manager whilst he's contracted. And then going against that. Because he said that he didn't send an offer today. But guess what? Last week he did say he sent an offer. Brighton says Warriors attack looking nice tonight. I guess partly because of the Eels. Is it looking nice? Like that was good enough try. But again, like, it's still 12 points. And they've still made quite a few mistakes in the Warriors. And they've still looked a little bit disjointed. But overall, they have been the better team so far, the Warriors, for sure. Ricky's a weak guard dog. Like, the Warriors have been solid tonight. I'd say this has been a good game, which I think the Warriors want to go on with this one to really prove themselves. Because, again, the Eels have an entire team out right now. Fitz Tackle 45 minutes out from the line for the Wires. Wade Egan off to Sean Johnson. Yeah, New South Wales media wants Slater to stop coaching Queensland. That's about it. Absolutely. So Micah Sivo here, he'll be taking down at the 15. I think where the Eels are losing this game is the fact that, one, the Warriors' defense is solid, but it also has had holes. But because they've got no Mitchell Moses, they've got no Gutho, they've got no Dylan Brown, there's no direction there. They're relying on a rookie in the hooker department, and they're also relying on a 5'8", who is a back rower. So third tackle now for the Eels, and Offahengawi gets this ball to the 40. Lume been running hard. Lume's been one of the better Eels players here today. Right-hand side, they give it off to Madison, and he'll just run that ball straight up to the 50. Fifth tackle. 10 minutes to go here, the first half, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Good game so far. Neither team has won jack shit yet. Neither team has won anything just yet. And Nickel Clock start taking down to the 20. Only an 8-point game. Offahengawi comes on here for Junior Bolo. Adam Pompey gets the ball to the 30 on second tackle. But no, I've really liked what Lume. I think Lume cops a lot of hate because, penalty against the Eels. And that's their biggest mistakes as well here today, the Eels. They've been giving away free penalties and late in tackle counts as well. You've been seeing they're giving 6 against the Warriors. And they are fair 6 against in times where it's like 4th tackle or 5th tackle. And then that one there is just an absolute coach killer as well. Makes absolutely no sense. And that's the issue with the Eels today. So right-hand side, Sean Johnson off to Tohu Harris, taking out the 45 on their own side of the field. This is Lume's first game since round 1. He's only played 2 games for the Eels, I believe. Adam Fanor-Blake looking for a hole, taking down 38 metres out of the line, second tackle. Easy meters from the Warriors, right up the middle. Look at this again. Easy meters. Wade Egan to the 25, third tackle. You can't complain with these meters here for the Warriors. You can complain if you're an Eels fan, though, because they're giving them up way too easily. 4 tackle, and they're at the 10. They've gone 50 metres and 4 tackles. It tells you a lot. Let that side, Sean Johnson. Johnson at the back into Dylan Walker. This is a pretty basic play. If the Eels let this as a try, I'll give up. Adam Fanor-Blake taking out the 10. All right, fifth tackle here for the Warriors. Wade Egan gives it off to Metcalf. Metcalf. Oh, that's pretty ball from Lume. Oh, that's on Lume. Oh, that's lazy from the Eels. Marcelo Montoya is going to score a try here. And if you're an Eels fan, you'd be vomiting right now. That defense just then was pathetic. If I'm the Warriors, I keep going down that left side. If I'm the Warriors right now, I keep going down this left-hand side because this Eels defense... Look, firstly, that was Lume's fault, and also Penasini bit off too much, and Sean Russell bit off way too much too. That was dreadful from the Eels defense. I don't have much faith in New South Wales team. Fittler named. On the other hand, happy for the Big Red getting a bench, my own spot. Yeah, that's good stuff. We love seeing Big Red get a bench spot. So it should be a 14-point game any moment now. Jay, is Jeremiah the one that you were talking about? Lucas says, good ball, Metcalf. Good work, Montoya. Yeah, Montoya pushes off there. Penasini's having a shocking game. And for Lume to come off his line as significantly as that, they're literally gifting tries to Marcelo Montoya down that left-hand wing. They are gifting tries. Their right-hand defense has been horrific today, the Eels. Eels defense has been our best friend so far. Absolutely, Sash and Kelson. Absolutely. Just got back from work. How's the game? It's been going pretty good. I'd say it's pretty enjoyable to watch. Tibet Jr. says Eels still should have hope. Yeah, but this game could really easily get away from them quickly. It could get away from them quite quickly as well. Sean Johnson should make this a 14-point game. And he will make it a 14-point game. It is 18-4 here with 7.5 minutes to go here the first half. Hold on. But with the Eels, they're going up against a team that is the third best defense of the comp. So to chase a 14-point lead without your halfback, without your 5'8", without your fullback, and with a rookie hooker, a bit hard to ask, man. Reese says, is it just me or after every try, I'm just wondering if there's going to be an obstruction. Always worried they might hit the try away. It happens all the time, man. Until you see try confirmed, you can't really celebrate much. The Bugana! Get around it. 7.5 minutes to go first half. The Eels kick it off. Maybe the Eels fans didn't get out their numbers today to this game because they saw the lineup and they just didn't want to bang the team in. Shink says, Eels just missing everything. Defense, discipline, leadership. Yeah, discipline. Yeah, absolutely. Everything that you just said is spot on. That's what I've been mentioning the whole time. Defense definitely first, but discipline is what's getting them into a defensive predicament, and the leadership is what's giving them the lack of discipline. So, yeah, it all falls in line with each other there. Without their leaders, they're ill-disciplined, and with that ill-discipline, they're putting themselves into predicaments where their defense has been absolutely dreadful. So, fourth tackle now for the Warriors. They're 35 metres out from their own line, and they're away again. Wade Egan gives it off here to Toll Harris. Easy try coming up. Nickel clock star. Oh, that's a penalty. Sin bin, Lume. That's got to be a sin bin for Lume. That's got to be a sin bin there for Lume. That's got to be a sin. They still might score here. The Warriors. Luke Metcalf. Oh, try time. I'm still sin binning Lume for that if I'm the referee. Try time. The Warriors there. Luke Metcalf will score. If I'm the referee, honestly, I would nearly have been, if I'm the Warriors, I would have taken a no try there just so I could get sin binned because he's not going to get binned. He's not going to get binned, but he should have been. Lume should have got binned there, but the Warriors break away. Wade Egan, Toll Harris, and look on the inside here. So they've got Nickel Clockstar there, and then Luke Metcalf taken away by Lume. If they didn't score there, that is absolutely a sin bin. That would have... Wowee. Eels are all over the shop defensively. The Warriors could get a big win here today. They could get a big win. So it's going to be 22-4 here with the kick coming. It will be 24-4 any moment now. And good work for him to reach out there and get that job done. Can't say momentum. What are you talking about, Sheesh? There wasn't a double movement. What are you talking about? Luke says, great work, Metcalf, but where's the takeout pen? We don't get it because you got the try. He gave advantage. He gave advantage there. So if they get no try, you see Lume get binned. The momentum and the quality of the Warriors just then on the attack provided the referee an ability to give them that attack, and then he would have come back from the sin bin. After he says, beginning of the game, I was thinking if Wales lost, they don't make the top 8. Glad they're proving me wrong. Yeah, well, if they lost this game with all the Eels players out, then yes. The Warriors' benefit every year is that they don't have Origin players. They don't have them because most of them are Kiwis. Or most of them are Island boys. Lucas says his arm was off the ground, Sheesh. Yeah, no, Sheesh doesn't know what they're talking about. So Sean Johnson will kick that ball over and it will be 24-4 with 5 minutes to go in the first half. Marks' potential 50-bomb material. Time him out. Time him out, Mark. Time him out. We don't talk about the 50-bomb until the 50-30 has been hit, son. You will learn today. You are going to learn today. You are going to learn today. We do not talk about the 50-bomb until the 50-30. Harahani Wibberada says, no Mitchell Moses for the Eels. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, there's more than that. No Mitchell Moses, no Dylan Brown, no Clint Gutho, no Regan Campbell-Gillard in the forwards as well. So, yeah, they are without quite a bit. So, that's why I'm saying the Warriors had to win this game well, and right now they are currently winning this game well. Michael says, yes, Lord. Ellie, and it's who do you think makes the final top 8? Oh, I'm not going to go through my entire top 8 right now, bro. Second tackle here for the Warriors at the 35. Why? Or is someone going to join in disbelief? Woohoo. Yeah, you got to absolutely take it. You love it. You love it. Laurie says, Eels got a chance to win if it rains second half. Yeah, Warriors, they're just going to hope that the finals, there's no rain during finals because the Warriors are dreadful in the wet weather. But on the dry weather, they're doing all right. And they'll kick this ball into the corner. And the Eels will bring this ball. Sean Russell brings it back to the 10. Harry Honey with Russ is a good game. It was a good game. It's not really a good game anymore. Like for the neutral, and it'll be enjoyable to see if the Warriors can continue on with it. But at the moment, the Eels just aren't providing any good game for a neutral. So it's still enjoyable for me to watch as a rugby league fan. But I know a lot of neutrals probably would have turned it off by now. Third tackle here for the Eels. It gets brought to the 20, not making good meters at all. Arflake says, honestly, I think the top 6 is already locked in. Absolutely not, bro. Absolutely not, bro. No chance. No, you're saying the Raiders are locked in with a minus 63 or whatever points differential. You're dreaming, bro. Dreaming. Wyora says exactly they love the dry hours. Absolutely. Left-hand side of the Eels, Dejan Arcee, 35. And there's also like 9 rounds to go, bro. That is a mad statement. So the Warriors now going to bring this ball back here. Good run by Tennis to less than to the 40. You can definitely see the Warriors actually really drilling it into him right now. You can see them drill it in for the rest of this game. Second tackle now for the Warriors. They score again before halftime. This could get real ugly. Run meter so far, 7:18 for the Warriors, 4:88 for the Eels. Why am I still so nervous as a Broncos fan then, Flacey? Yeah, I don't understand how Flacey's coming at all. It doesn't make sense. There's so much that can still go wrong. They're only a few points in the top of the 8 right now. There's a long way to go. Left-hand side, Warriors gives it off to Adam Pompey. Pompey gives it off to Marcelo Montoya. Montoya! Chance here for the Warriors. Adam Pompey, it's the only third tackle. Eels are in shambles. Fourth tackle, Wade Egan gives it out the back to Sean Johnson. Kicks it through here for Luke Metcalf. Try time the was. Metcalf for a hat trick. Oh, knock on. Oh, sorry. I thought he scored that try to knock on. Oh, he just knocks it on late. Oh, so close. That would have been good because Sean Johnson would have got some nice little Supercoach points there. So 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We got left-hand side to Lume. Lucky to still be on the field. So first tackle now for the Eels. They're 40 minutes out of their own line. Sean Lane really not come back from his injury that well. 14 from 19 completions for the Warriors. The Eels have a better completion rate than the Warriors. 81% to 70%. But it just hasn't been great. And Metcalf Hattie would be a thing of dreams. Well, he nearly had a first half one. Brendan Hands, third tackle, right side, off of Hengawi to Madison. Is Jermaine Hopgood even on the field right now? Good offload there. If the Eels can score a try now before half time, then Hopgood just come off for Sean Lane. If the Eels can score a try now, then maybe you could start to consider them for the second half. But, Cartwright gives it off. Knock on. Warriors here, Muscle Montoya. Montoya's away here. He's at the 30. Taking down to 35. Good run, however. Sean Russell luckily gets there, but the Warriors can really pounce on this. They just go right inside. Jackson Ford's going to tie them out at the middle first tackle. Here we go. Laurie says, top 6 Panthers, Rabbits, Sharks, Storm, Wires, and Titans. Oh, boy. Oh, you're giving me a New Zealand trip, are you? Titans away to New Zealand the first week of the finals. Oh, shit. Oh, stop it. You're going to have me killed, man. You're going to have me dead. You put us in 6th and you put... oh, no, sorry, we wouldn't. Sorry, 5th would play 8th. My bad. God help me. God help me if you put me over there in New Zealand for a first home finals game. For the wasn't a long time. New Zealand taking down to 25. 4th tackle. Nickel Clockstar gives out the back here. Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson out to Tall Harris. Harris still a Walker. Walker drives on the wires. New Zealand coming in hot, baby. Woo-hoo-hoo. 28-4 here to the Warriors. They're getting to come to make it 30-4 any moment now. The 30's up. 30-50 incoming. Parramatta. Don't let your points differential drop off really badly right now. Like, you got to still be careful that points differential not dropping off because you're losing all benefits you had to your points differential, Eels. Right now, it's about to be a 26-point gap. It's about to be a 26-point gap, which means that you are currently down to 22, down to 12, down to 6. So you're on 1 and 6, which is still great. But if you continue to drop off, you're losing the Sharks now. You're losing the Panthers now in points differential. And you're coming back down to a Rabbitohs, to a Broncos area. Ooh, shaky. It's very shaky. Apparently, that's very shaky. Bros, this is great for everyone in the top 8. Let's have a look at the Warriors points differential. Yes and no. Yes and no. It's great for everyone at the top end of the table. This. Around the 8, not so much. Star Wars Fanboy says, why do you bring up a certain number, Blaze? The score is 28, not 30. Because I can do whatever I want, Star Wars Fanboy. Because I can do whatever I want, son. You guys can't. You guys can't. Mark has told you. Okay, so Mark, we're going to time out again, bruh. Like, man, the whole point of the joke is that we don't talk about the 50 bomb until it hits 30. So, no shit, Sherlock. It looks like there's going to be a 50 bomb when the Warriors are up by 24-4. Like, no shit, Sherlock. Like, Mark, you're not exactly Sherlock Holmes there. The point of the joke is that we don't talk about it until it hits 30. So that's why you get timed out, and that's why I personally timed out again, for being a dick. Blitzy says, Jay, oh no, not the Charger. I had to go to Logan to find one. Colin says, going to see a big SJ smile. Good to see. Good to see, but the Warriors lead 30-4 at halftime right now. Guys, obviously smack that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new around here. But yeah, apart from that knock on, Metcalf's been quality. Absolutely, bro. I'm just going to have a drink here. There we go. Yeah, Metcalf's been great, besides the knock on, but the knock on was a hard one to bring in as well. Shinks says, get Lume off the field, missed too many tackles. I think one of the tries was Penasini, well, multiple tries were Penasini's fault, but Lume in the last couple of tries has been coming off his line significantly, yeah. Toll Harris, 71 Supercoach. Let's go have a look at some Supercoach scores. Let's go have a look at his Supercoach as his scores. And see if anything... Oh, Hop was on 34, not too bad there. Not great, though. Sean Johnson, 37, you'll take that for sure. Fanor Blake only on 19 is disappointing, however. Jeez, Ravalaba had 130 points the other night. Yikes, big yikes. Luke Metcalf's on 98 points. He could have been on 120 at half time. Marcelo Montoya's on 87 points. Tall Harris, 71. Dylan Walker, 54. Bailey Simonson, 48. That's good. So, yeah, some pretty deep, some high scores. Some high scores. Not many would have Metcalf, to be fair. Finding their straps, good to see. Again, yeah, they had to do this. Like, they really had to. I'm going to put these on charge because we all know what happens. It gets to the end. And I've also got 2 games to stream with these. So, I need to put these little bad boys on charge right now. And let's put this back to live. Every time I even touch it, it pauses it. It annoys the shit out of me. Metcalf has been good for the Warriors this season. Definitely the potential he has. Yeah, I called him as the breakout player for the Warriors. Pre-season. You go through, I had some pretty good calls in regards to breakout players. For the Titans, I had Lofiana Khan Pereira. Obviously, he is the breakout player. For the For the Warriors, I had Luke Metcalf. For the Raiders, I said that Hudson Young will get his Origin debut. He did. For the Cowboys, I said Reece Robson will get his Origin debut, and he did. For the Broncos, I said it was Reece Walsh. For the Sharks, I said Lockie Miller, but that would be for the Knights, and I'd say that Lockie Miller probably was the breakout for the Knights, to be completely honest with you. Manly, I had obviously Schuster, but I guess he hasn't really had his breakout just yet. Roosters, I can't even remember who we had for the Roosters. I had Sam Walker, but obviously he's injured, and they kind of did him dirty. Lachlan Lees was my Rabbitohs one, but he hasn't really had too much of a breakout, I would say. Jermaine Hopgood was my one fit for the Eels, obviously. And that was right. CJ says, this NRL year was a great year to get back into it. So many competing teams also close tight, except for the Tigers, Dragons, and Doggies, yeah. Except for the Tigers, Dragons, and Doggies, it has been a really quality season. Risman's second half could bring a better D effort. I don't know. Seb Watson said, if they have no direction, man. They just have no direction, the Eels. Seb Watson says, if the Wires are a top 8 side, they should be doing this to the Eels with the players they have missing. Oh, no, this is expected. Seb, listen, you're going to see Warriors fans thinking they're going to win the comp from this. And it's like, let them have it. Let them be excited. Let them think that they're doing incredibly well. Because they are. They are still doing well. But they're going to ignore the facts that there is no Dylan Brown. There is no Mitchell Moses. There is no Regan Campbell-Gillard. There is no Clint Gutho. They've got a rookie hooker there. They've got a back rower playing in the 5'8". They've got a youngster in the halfback as well, and they've got a fullback who's usually in the wing, or centres. So yeah, the team is completely all over the shop, the Eels, and this is what the Warriors should have been doing. So this was expected, and it's good to see that they're doing what they needed to be expected of. Metcalf and Curran are 4 playing well this year. Hara Whipperata says, New South Wales all day, don't care about Game 3. Well, then it's not really New South Wales all day, is it? Brian says, you did back in Walsh at the start of the year. I wasn't so confident, but gee whiz, not a bad call. I did, yeah, I said he was going to have a big year, and he has. I said that it was great at the Warriors, but you put him into the Broncos who have better defense than the Warriors. Maybe not so much now. Actually, no, the only team that is better defensively than the Warriors is the Panthers and the Broncos. So, to be fair, by currently speaking, it would be by 11 points. No, not 11 points. Currently speaking, actually no, it would be, yeah, by 11 points less conceded for the Broncos. So he went from one defensively bad team last year to, well, they're good now, but this year, yeah, Reece Walsh was always primed for a breakout. Mary Matataka says, Metcalf reminds me of young James Maloney. Oof, that's a huge call. I actually hate comparisons. I hate comparisons because they always end up being wrong. It's like, when people compared Selwyn Cobbo to the next Greg Inglis, it's absolutely insane. And they're saying that because of the size of him, and they're saying that, I understood the comparisons, but it puts way too much expectation. Like, the amount of European footballers who are 20 years old or 18 years old who are the next Lionel Messi and Ronaldo, I can count them. I couldn't count them. There's thousands of what they say. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the old comparison. Girls in the Game 3, New South Wales versus Queensland, they do. Tyler Shalvia says, I wasn't expecting this. It should have been expected. Justin Button says, Brother Blaze, what do you think to bring SJ and Toffel off soon to rest to mitigate risk of injury? No, you want to get better points differential. No, you shouldn't be thinking that a player's going to get injured. You should be. It's just their job to keep on playing. If you want to take them off with 10 minutes to go, fair enough. With 40 minutes to go, no way. Or 30 minutes to go, no way. With 10 minutes to go, yes, but not with anything more than that. Brian says, Warriors coach has done a great job. Brought some serious steel into this team. Absolutely, he definitely has done a good job this year. Yeah, I think that he has to be given the Coach of the Year, to be fair, Andrew Webster, because I had him in 14th. I think most people had them around that bottom 4 area, especially after losing a player like Reece Walsh, but they have really come into themselves as a team and do currently sit in, they would be in 5th place right now because they're winning by 26 points. If they win by 24 points or more, they go above the Storm, but the Storm do have the bye. So the Eels are more than likely going to be, or to be fair, the Eels are currently plus 106. If they lose by 10 more points, the Eels will go below the Rabbitohs without the Rabbitohs having even played. So if you see a Fitty Bomb scored tonight for the Warriors, you're more than likely going to be seeing the Eels drop below the Rabbitohs without even having them played a game. Mitchell says, Luke Metcalf the next bust. Well, why? What's the point of him saying that? Why would you even say that? Elite Edit says Warriors got the better Panthers assistant coach. Yeah, I would agree, but it is early days, but I would agree. Alvin says, do you think if they kept Reece Walsh, they would have done better or worse this season? I think Nickel Clockstar has suited their system really nice as their fullbacks. And now I'd say it would still be all about Reece, Reecey boy. So I actually think they do better now than they would have if they kept Reece Walsh. Dr. Dance, I think the Dragons played well last night. I think you're crazy and I think you need help if you think the Dragons played well last night. Like, good on them for getting back into the game, but the game was incredibly sloppy and the Dragons were pathetic for the first half. They showed some fight in the second half, but overall that's a Raiders throwaway as per usual. And the Raiders were able to get over the top of them in the end. But no, I thought both teams were pretty poor last night. Brighton says they don't play like old early 2000s Warriors, big, fast and intimidating. It's a new look and it works. Yeah, it's elusive and it's nice. It's elusive and it's working nicely for them. You've got to appreciate it. Laurie says, true, whoever tuning in now, seeing the scoreline. Yeah, 30-4 at halftime is huge. We've been seeing a lot of big scorelines recently. It's like teams are really putting the foot to the throat when they're getting the opportunity, which you don't always see. As Tigers 14-0 at halftime was worse than this. Cool, but no one cares about the Tigers right now. Peter Andrews says, hi Blaze, it's Chantel. Get around you. Reece says, Walsh would help our attack. CNK helps our defense. I don't think the CNK's done anything wrong on attack. I think CNK's been great on attack this year, to be fair. Lizzie says Walsh doesn't fit the Wires playing style. He plays his best footy in a Bronx or Sharks jersey. Don't know what the Sharks have got to do with anything there. But he definitely does play his best in a Broncos and Queensland jersey. Dorothy View notes is up at a Wires. 7 This is what you think about the Warriors this year. Brother. Mitchell says it was meant to be a reference to someone calling Hakeem Olajuwon a bust. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you got to be a little bit more defined in that one because I just read that as if you were just saying that. And just that was your thoughts. Mark says EPL does the same thing. Take starters out to rest for other competitions. Yeah, but there's no other competitions for the Warriors. Like they play next week. Like the next game is next week. That's about it. Shink says expected Para to lose this game due to having 4 key players out, but I had a bit of faith in their depth to not concede 30 points. I didn't think that they would be losing by this much. I did tip the Warriors by 8. They're obviously well and truly above that right now. But the Eels have no direction, no leadership, which then leads to ill discipline. And then that ill discipline leads to a penalty, which puts the Warriors on the attack. And then the Eels' defence today has been absolutely woeful. Justin Barton says, respect to the Eels fans, but I really hope my Warriors put a fitty bomb on Para. Nah, no respect to the Eels fans. Get off it, Justin. Get off it, Justin. They give it out. Eels fans give it out. They'll take it themselves. They'll take it. If they don't, they get slapped harder. There's nothing better than a salty fan. But yeah, they give it out just as finally, so they can definitely cop it. Flaxy says, Parramatta literally have half their salary cap out this game. Expected nothing from them, to be honest. I expected better than this, to be fair, but not by as much as it is. David Latua says, has the Wires got one more bye to go? If so, we need that extra 2 points. I would assume they do. I think they have a bye next week, actually. I know the Rabbitohs do. I think the Dogs do as well. There's 3 teams in a bye next week, round 20. And no, they play the Sharks next week. Next week's bye is the Raiders, the Dragons, and the Rabbitohs. And then round 21 is the Dolphins with a bye. Round 22 is the Warriors with a bye there. Round 23 is the Bulldogs with a bye. Doesn't matter. Round 24, Cowboys with a bye. That one will come in clutch for them. Round 25, Broncos with a bye. And then round 26, it'll be the Rabbitohs. And round 27, I think, is the Eels. Yeah. For the Eels, that's probably going to help them out dramatically. Unless they... The problem with the Eels is that they need to have made the 8 by round 27. By round 26. Because if they aren't in the 8 by round 26, they could be relying on points differential. And results like this right now is worrying for them. Is worrying for them. 37 years is a pretty long pity party. Yeah, well, look at the Sharks. Look what the Sharks did for 50 years. But the last point difference will be critical this year, so you got to take the blowouts when you can. Yeah, you need a blowout. Like, for me, I think the Titans, if I want to see us in the 8 this year, we'd have to be blowing out the Dolphins tomorrow. Yeah. We'd have to be blowing out the Dolphins tomorrow. Don't forget, guys, we will be streaming the Rabbitohs and the Bulldogs game right after this. I will not be streaming the Titans-Dolphins tomorrow because obviously I will be there. But if you're watching the game, you'll probably see me or hear me, for sure. You definitely will. Tyler Shelby says you got the Dogados, the Dogs or Rabbitohs. I've got the Rabbitohs, but, it's a hard game to predict with all the Rabbitohs players out. Johnson is the key to their success. Oh, Sean Johnson? Yeah, for sure. Malcolm says, still got second half to go. I never get too confident. Mate, you're up by 26 points. Like, if you lose this game, it's embarrassing. Trust me, I would know. Sam Watson says, in an EPL, you don't really need goal difference, and the points difference could be massive this year in playoffs and Spoon. Absolutely. You do need goal difference. It's happened many times. The City have won the league on goal difference twice, actually. But it's not as frequent, obviously. Laurie says, when do the Titans play Eels next? Next week. Reece Dumbledore says, if we beat the Sharks and Raiders, we make the 8. No. Just no. You need to finish off the season. No, Warriors fans, that is an incorrect comment. No. The Warriors need to finish off the season. Don't be looking at if we win this game and this game, we're done. No, you're not done until it's over. You're not done until it's over. Kerry Brass says, Warriors made some massive meters. They did. They were huge. They did. They were huge. Affleck says, not only that, as he just said, they can't be relying on the points differential, especially with the bye in the last round of versing Panthers the round before. Eels always give it a good go against the Panthers, though. Eels won't get whooped by the Panthers if they lose, and the Eels have a good record against the Panthers in the regular season. So, I know the Panthers won by, 2 points or so early this year, but they have a good record against them in the regular season. So, I wouldn't be surprised if the Eels were to win that game. And their points differential is quality as it is, and I don't think those teams out of the 8 can catch a points differential of about plus 100. But the Broncos are something to look at there with what happened last season. The Broncos had a plus 100 points differential advantage over the Raiders with 4 weeks to go, and then ended up with a minus 100 points differential disadvantage to the Raiders. It was a 200-point swing in 4 weeks. Elite Edison says the Dolphins fell off these past couple of weeks. It was always going to happen, though. I've been calling it since the beginning of the season. Congratulations on your start of your year. They've been better than I imagined them to be, but I did always see them falling off. I always maintained it. Bush says Warriors. Rooster Man says points differential will make or break sides this year, big time. Absolutely, you need that's the worry with the Raiders. It is the worry with the Raiders. It is a massive worry with the Raiders because their points differential is like 6th worst in the league. Seven says Raiders worrying this year. If they keep going the way they are, they'll get flooded by the top 8 sides and get knocked out of the finals. Raiders got to watch out. Raiders can win a close game, but who are they actually beating at this point? Like I said, I think Eels haven't lost to the Panthers in regular season for the last 3 years, but haven't beat us in the finals for 2 years. That's right, the Eels beat the Panthers early this year. Yeah, but the thing is, Ryan, we're talking about the regular season, so that's the problem. Kerry on Price says massive means for the worst. Dr. Dan says, I'm all for South and Titans. What is on your left nostril? Oh, is there something on my left nostril? Is there? No, hopefully not. Is there? Let me have a look. I don't even know what you're talking about. Malcolm says, if Wires lose, I'll be turning off Mount Smart Stadium with a candle for Morn. Makes sense. But alright, so the second half is about to get started here, guys. They are kicking it off right now. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new around here. And the Eels will bring this ball back out with their first. They need to score and score very, very quickly. Very, very quickly here. I can't see what you're talking about. I think you're going crazy. Second tackle now for the Eels there at the 23. And now because I'll be itching my nose, I'm about to sneeze. Left hand side. Tigers make the top 8, then it's 5 teams from out of Sydney. That'd be great. 1 and 12 or 13 plus the next game. I'm going to go 1 and 12, Rabbitohs. Fourth tackle now for the Eels at the 40. Brendan Hands, you need to do something, bro. You need to get something going here for the Eels if you want any chance of even managing a respectful points total. Alright, left-hand side here for the Eels, and they'll kick this ball into the corner. This should be an easy one if Watini Lesniak. No real chasing, and he does bring it straight back to the 20. There's nothing on your nose. You can stop wiping it now. Oh, well, Dr. Dan, we're going to be seeing you in 5 minutes for making me... Oh, it's actually not even that I'm doing that. I'm actually itching it as well now. Second tackle here at the 30. We'll see you in 5 minutes, Dr. Dan. Second tackle, left-hand side, off to Marcelo Monduya. Crunch there by Madison. Would love to see Hopgood do a little bit better for Supercoach, because right now he's only on about 37. He's been doing a lot defensively, though. Yeah, it's been. Fourth tackle here for the Warriors. Is Hodgson injured? Even if Hodgson isn't injured, Hodgson has not been good for the Eels at any stage when he's been playing. No, Jeff. No, I do not. So first tackle now for the Eels at the 20. Left-hand side. And Lume needs a much better half. His first half was dreadful. Second half, we need to see Lume really push forward and do a bit more on the whole defensive section because attacking-wise, fine, but the Eels have no direction to attack. They looked dangerous at the start, but just didn't. Penasini's like, Sean Lane's lost the ball. Here come the Waz. Here comes the Waz. So Wade Egan back to Sean Johnson and Toll Harris. He'll get this ball 35 metres out of the lines. First tackle. First tackle, Wade Egan off to Dylan Walker. Walker now gives it to Barnett. And Barnett will be 25 metres out from the line. Jed Curse's Warrior. Oh, that's a penalty. Warriors dominating. Bloody good to see the Kiwis in the top 8. Sean Johnson, what a player he is. As good as Nathan or only half on his day. Okay. I'll let you have it. Just struggled with consistency his whole career as a freak. I'd say Sean Johnson at his peak, you could argue. No. Cleary's a better player, bro. Like, let's be real here. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Are they going on the 2 here? No way. You should go for the try here, Warriors. I disagree with you, man. But I think Sean Johnson is a fantastic player for sure and has been incredible throughout his years. Right-hand side, it's great to see his rejuvenation year, is what I would say. So left-hand side, Wade Egan off Dylan Walker. Walker's been good today. He'll be 8 metres out from the line, third tackle. But yeah, the Warriors are dominating for sure. Oh, that's poor. That's going to be 6 again here. Well, that's a penalty off from Andrew Davies, shoving him over. No, cool. Right-hand side, Toll Harris gives up to Sean Johnson. Johnson now to Clockstar, right side. They threw it over the sideline again, the Warriors. They threw it over the sideline again. Brian Robertson says, SJ had a good 5 or 6 years of average form in between his brilliance. Yes. Yeah, Sharks was... the Sharks was okay. Like, he had some good attack at the Sharks, but the defense at Cronulla at the time was ridiculous. Mitchell says, you're right, Sean Johnson is a better player than Cleary on Cleary's terrible day. It's like, I'm not even disrespecting Sean Johnson there. I'm just not seeing that. Like, I think that's a bit biased to think right now, especially considering that Cleary has won 2 premierships, been in 3 grand finals in a row, has won Origin, obviously, has won a World Cup. SJ, like Benji in his prime, got those silky touch football skills, side steps. Yeah, no, it was incredible back in the 2011-2012 days. That's what got them to that grand final alongside, I think, James Maloney. So, Eels, Makahesi Makatoa, taken down at 35. They have to score pretty quickly if they want any... If they came back here, this would be the biggest choke in... Well, it would be arguably the biggest choke in history. Warriors got rid of him because it wasn't working for ages, and same thing happened with the Sharks, but now he's aging like fine wine. Yeah, he's really... I think it's because he's come home. But at the time, the Warriors... Sometimes players need to go and then come back at the right time. As you can see here with Sean Johnson. Because it's like Tedesco. Tedesco was never going to become the player that he is today without leaving the Tigers. Same goes for Pappenhausen, Marco Conabetti. Same goes for literally everybody who played for that team. And that's why Luke Brooks should have gone. He should have gone earlier. The halftime highlights ended at 18-4. I know what that means. Flash says, am I the only person that thinks 4 passes have been neglected by refs the past few weeks? Absolutely. In this game, there's been a heat from the Warriors. But they just haven't really been looking too much at them. Appreciate for the $1 donation there, Sheesh Bentley. So 35 minutes to go here of the game. SJ needs all the money he can make now. Yeah, no, it's not even about that. It's not actually about that at all. SJ has already said that he's not about the money. That's why he's staying in New Zealand. He got offered massive to go to the Tigers. But he said that he wants to stay in New Zealand. So it's got nothing to do with the money, actually. Right, so Nico Hines probably wouldn't be the Hines we know if he didn't leave Manly's. Was he in Manly's system? Oh, true. I didn't even know that. Oh, that's different. Manly, he could have actually been something, maybe. Oh, but there's Tom Trbojevic there. He could have been a 5'8", maybe. Then again, they had Kieran Foran. I don't know. Yeah, he would be a very different player. The Peach came back for us and he's been solid. Not even close to what we're talking about. Not even close. He's also been really poor at times as well. He's been quality at times, but he's also been dreadful at times too. Did Hines play at Manly? He didn't play at Manly, but apparently he's played in the youth system. Yep, the Hello Sport boys go on about it all the time. Storm leveled him up for sure. Well, it was the Sunshine Coast Falcons that got him the job done there, who obviously are contracted to the Storm. And they had a good win today, like I said, in the Host Plus Cup, the Queensland Cup, 86-4 over the Northern Pride. In your opinion, what NRL team has the best jersey? That pass was beautiful. Mitchell Barnett back on the inside. Wade Egan passed the ball, bro. They had an easy try if he passes that ball. Nickel Clockstart to Sean Johnson. Should still be a try here, really. They kick it through here. No, drop out. Bro, pass the ball, man. You've got to pass the ball. Is this Metcalf's breakout game? Lucas, we've got to remember who's on the opposition right now. That's a great ball. We've got to really calm down and realise who the amount of players that are out for the Eels. But he's having a good game. That's what you just got to say. Please don't mention that name. What's he said? Toby Sexton. Now, Toby Sexton's playing this week. He's playing tonight. He's playing 7. So I would love, to be fair, for the Titans' sake, I guess if Warriors would have bought the 15. If the Doggies were to win the game today, that would actually really be beneficial to the Titans. So go Toby Sexton. All right, Dylan Walker gives that back to Shawnee Johnson, Toa Harris. And Toa Harris now will be 10 metres out from the line, second tackle. No, Alex is a Tigers fan. I don't really understand why he doesn't want to mention that name. Right side, Sean Johnson, short ball. 3 metres out of the line, Bailey Sheridan, third tackle, 3 metres out. Wade Egan, Barnett. Held up. He's claiming try. They're claiming try. Warriors try time under the post. Warriors try time at a post. Yeah, Sexton still helping the Titans. Absolutely blitzy if they win today. So 34-4 here. It'll be a kick from right in front. A kick from right in front to come here for the Warriors. Try time for the Warriors. Man, this all started from the... Dylan Walker's had a good game today. Barnett got that ball. He should have got onto the inside there for Wade Egan. He was open. I meant Blake Harlow. What's Blake said? Tyrone Peachy. Yeah, fair enough. 7 says Dogs needed a new 7. Toby Sexton was the right choice. Hope he plays well tonight. Yeah, absolutely. And he does score. Yeah, it does touch. It does touch. Hold on. There we go. Arflaxy says, I got South. Don't really understand the fucking support of the Dogs this round, to be honest. I agree. Jimmy says, and who said the Wars would only win by 8? What a stupid comment, bro. What a stupid comment. I guarantee you that you don't go 8 from 8 each round, or you don't go 5 from 5 each round. So I still tipped the correct team. So what's your issue, Muppet? Jez says, watching the Aussie fights tomorrow. Oceania stand up. I'll be at the Titans games, unfortunately, because I'll be there for Liam Hampson's honour for the Dolphins and the Dolphins and Tweed game. And then we've got the Legends match. Bit of Preston Campbell action playing tomorrow at Seabus. I think Preston Campbell, I think maybe Matty Rogers, a couple of the boys playing a bit of the old boys game before the main game. And then we've got obviously Titans Dolphins. So I won't be able to, unfortunately. But they do make the kick there. So it is 36-4 with 30 minutes to go here in the game. Guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. Lucas, this is massive, bringing us near or maybe even above the Eels point differential. 32, 52, 62, 72, 74. You'll be near it. You would need to score another 6 to 18 odd points. Because currently the Eels are on plus 100. And currently you're on plus 74. So there's still 26 point gap there. So I guess if you score another... If you hit a 50 bump with no reply from the Eels, then yeah. Alpha says, unfortunately, got Dolphins, I think, get it 1 and 12. That's cool. They've got no Felice Kafusi. They've got no Jerry Marshall King. They've got no Hamiso Tabuai-Fido. The Titans haven't lost a day game at Seabus in 12 rounds. And you've also got a horrible tipping history in regards to me. So thank you for your suggestion there, bro. But I'm going to be pretty confident in my team tomorrow. Forward tackle now at the halfway point. Jed Kurtz, I was nearly a Titan as a kid because of Presto was my favourite. Him and Luke Lewis, but stay with the Penny Panthers. Well, it depends on where you're from. If you're from Penrith, then it makes sense. If you're from Sydney, it also makes more sense as well. Amore says, up the Warriors, where will the Warriors be after this win tonight? They'll be in 5th for the time being, but the Storm will go back above them. All right, so the Eels now get this ball out to the 10, will be first tackle. Olivia Reed, another day, another donation, $8 redos. Get around it. Hey, Flax, you know what? I'll bet you $50 that Titans win tomorrow. How about that? How about that, Mr. Confident? Another day, another donation. I just got home and turned on KO, and my eyes deceived me. What's going on? The Warriors are slapping them. They are slapping them. And it's because there's no Garfo, no Glennon Brown, no Regan Campbell Gillard, no Mitchell Moses. But the Warriors have just been better. How about that, Flaxy? Let's have a bet. You confident the Dolphins win? $50. How about that? Done deal. Okay, baby. No worries. I love that. I just got a $1.66 option for... so if I had to actually put a bet on the Titans at $50, I'd win about $75. Instead, I'm now getting 2-1 odds. Beautiful. So first tackle now for the Warriors. They're going to get this ball to the 45. Second tackle. Preston Western connection, underrated. Yeah, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. Right hand side. Have you learnt yet, Ryan? Have you decided to learn to think about your bets? Because you just made a bad call, bruh. Right hand side now. Warriors knock on, unfortunately. Is it error central? What have you said? There's been enough errors, but it's not been crazy errors from the Warriors end. Would have been better putting Fetty on the fins, Flaxy. That's exactly right. I tipped with logic this round. On what basis then? What's your logic there, Ryan? What's your logic? Okay, so the Titans have Mo out, they have Brimo out, they have Tino out, and they have Dave out. The Dolphins, and also with a lot of those players out throughout the beginning part of the season, the Titans were still able to win games. The Dolphins, on the other hand, a brand new team with absolutely zero depth, have no Marshall King, have no Felice Kafusi, and have no Hamiso Tabuai-Fado. And I'm pretty certain there's another player that I'm forgetting as well there. So, good luck to you, man. Good luck. And then not to mention the fact the Titans have won the last 12 day games in a row at Seabar Super Stadium and have won the last 5 games in a row 12 games in a row as favourites at home, and have won their last 5 games in a row on the day game at home. So good luck, man. Good luck. Left hand side, third tackle, back on the... Oh, that's a knock on. That's a penalty, actually. Yeah, that is a penalty against Bunty Afolva tackling without the ball. Tibetan says, coming to Eels. Penalty, tackle. No, there's no way they're challenging this. This is definitely a penalty. This is absolutely a penalty here. It's not even... I don't even understand why the Warriors are challenging this. So back on the inside. He's already touching him there. Yeah. Tom Arley clearly touched Jermaine Hopgood before he got the ball. So penalty to the Eels, and they lose the challenge to the Warriors, but it doesn't really matter. I don't understand why Blocker Roach is even defending it. But that's because Blocker Roach is Blocker Roach. Jared Ford. So they lose the challenge otherwise. Eels with the ball 25 metres out from the line, and they'll be taken down 23 metres out now. Mogotoa. Here comes the Parramatta. Can they try and fix their points differential a little bit better now? Sean Russell crunched down 30 metres out. How much money has Flaxy lost to you, Blaze? I think it's $200 now, Lucas. I think 200. Oh, Eels get this ball, third tackle, 8 metres out from the line. They go left-hand side, Hopgood. And Hopgood is going to be so close to a try. Oh, 250. Oh, even worse. There you go. Right-hand side, and Madison pushing off a couple. He gets the pass away to Sean Russell. Sean Russell still going here. Oh, Warriors defense, what's happening? But their defense is usually pretty good. Fifth tackle now, 5 metres out from the line. Out the back to RC. Simonson pushes away from one. And that's going to be played at, but it's going to be fine. That's going to be fine there. Sean Johnson stands in the way and just gets the ball. Oh, he got the offload away. Charleston Clockstar gets it out of the 20. Brian says that number will only climb. It's about to climb to 300 after tomorrow. Second tackle now, left-hand side. Martinez Lesniak to the 40. You know what? I nearly want it to be a 1-point game with the field goal going over from Tanner Boyd, just so that Ryan can have that bit of hope. I'm actually confident in a big win tomorrow. I actually predict a 13+. Good running by Toll Harris. It'll be fit tackle at 35. Right-hand side off to Sean Johnson. They put that one up there with Martinez Lesniak with Sivo. Oh, he's lost the ball there. And it'll be... Oh, okay, well, no. That's going to be Eels ball at 10. This game is going to drag for the next 25 if you guys didn't know. This game in this second half is going to drag for 25. Don't forget, we do have the Bulldogs and the Rabbitohs game right after this, though. So, obviously, watch on for that one as well. I don't know what's happening here. My phone just started blowing up. It just started blowing up. What's going on? Why is my threads blowing up right now? Why am I getting a whole heap of notifications from threads? I don't know. So, who's injured right now? It's not Toll Harris, is it? Gee, that's a great tackle there from Joe Offahengawi, though. Yeah, it is Toll Harris. Unfortunately, Toll Harris is coming off the field. That sucks to see, man. Try assist tonight, 140 run meters, 25 tackles and 5 tackle busts. I guess give him a bit of a rest anyway, but only due to the fact that he is a little bit injured. And I gotta say, I love when I make bets with you. It's always entertaining, not financially, but it's fun. Well, at least it gives you a reason to care about tomorrow's game, but unfortunately, gonna be on the losing end of that. Now I'm 2 from 3 in my tipping. Brian says, are the players sponsored by the brand that their boots are, or is the club sponsored? I would say it would be individual players. It'd be individual rather than the club. Left-hand side. Oh, actually, I don't know the answer to that one. I don't know. 4 tackle here for the Eels. That's a great run there by Junior Paulo. 24 minutes to go here of the game. Left-hand side to Dayton Arcee. Arcee short ball. Sean Lane offloads it. Intercept. And they're away. Warriors are away here. And they get this ball to the 50. Oh, they had a hole, but they didn't give it away. And it'll be 45 minutes out. Rocco Berry. Good little grab. I don't think I've paid attention to the Titans game more than this year. Of course you haven't. 140 metres. Yeah, Jared Ford. That's with 25 minutes to go, but unfortunately he won't get any more due to the fact that he probably will stay off for the rest of this game. Warriors out to Sean Johnson at 35. Dylan Walker. Walker will get this ball 33 out. You kind of just want the feeding bomb at this point. Because Warriors can go above the Eels points differential-wise if they get a feeding bomb here with no Eels response. Adam Fanor-Blake now. He'll get this ball to about 23 metres out from the line. Forward tackle. Gives it off to Tom Ali. And he'll be 10 metres out from the line. It might be time to learn to stop, Ryan. Fair enough. Fit tackle here, 13 out. Wade Egan, Luke Metcalf, kicks it through. Good chase, but the Eels grab it, and they'll get out of the in-goal. Hey. Puma sponsors the Broncos, but the players don't wear Puma, so I guess it's a player. Yeah, I don't know if shoes are a club. I don't think shoes are a club thing. Players comfort but paid individually contract. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So third tackle here for the Eels at the 20. Left-hand side gives it off to Bailey Simonson. And Simonson will be taking down the 25. Had a good start this game, Bailey Simonson. Was actually getting the better of Sean Johnson, but it's gone away from that. Yeah, it'd be the play, not the club. It's like in the NBA, I guess. Sean Lane. That was actually a good play. Just did get the offload away. Fit tackle. Eels. Warriors are all offside here. Oh, Bryce Cartwright loses the ball. Yikes. Seriously, I don't know. Toho had 10 metres left on his knees. No, the money has never bothered me. Good tip. Never bet what you can't afford to lose. Absolutely. But the Warriors look really tired. Or it might be just that Dylan Walker is just slowly getting back because he's hurt his wrist. I was confused just because all the Eels are wearing the same brand of boots. Or maybe it is an Eels thing. If it's the same brand, then maybe it's an Eels thing. Or Puma or whoever is the sponsor of the Eels has just individually gone to each player. Or they've... Yeah, I'd probably say that's probably the case. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure with the Titans we have different brands. I'm really not a great deal certain though. So first tackle now for the Warriors. Off to Tom Ali. And he'll get taken down inside the attacking 40. Come on, let's get some more Supercoach points. Shawnee J. Hopgood has Nike, Brighton. Paulo has Asics. Oh, there you go. Yeah, individually. Third tackle here, 25 minutes out. It's crazy how you guys can tell from here. Like, I'm not a huge shoe person, so I don't exactly know the difference. From a distance, for not Blake, good run to the 20. Tibet Juniors has come on para. Good luck, man. Sean Johnson. Beautiful by Shawnee J. Right hand side with Tanzi Lesniak. Try some, baby. Ooh. It's all set up by Shawnee J there. Try time. Try time there for the Warriors. Martin Selesniak takes out a photographer. It is 40-4 here with 20 minutes to go here of the game. Obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new around here. I see it as helping BK with travelling to games. Absolutely, Ryan. Get around you. Appreciate you. But Nickel Clockstar, Sean Johnson, Nickel Clockstar to Rocco Berry, and then Rocco Berry easy pass there to Watini Selesniak, who scores a try in the corner. Watini Selesniak steamrolls the cameraman. Choo-choo, mother bish. Choo-choo. Choo-choo. Yeah, so he gets taken out here and is still taking photos, by the way. And yeah, geez, he really gets taken out, and he's still taking photos with his right hand. You can see it. You can see it. Hold on one sec. Eli, fair enough, Joe. So 20 minutes to go here, the game, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Don't forget, we got the Bulldogs and the Rabbitohs after this. The Bulldogs and the Rabbitohs after this. We're lacking a bit for Try July. Oh, yeah. Have the Warriors even done a single Try July? Have they celebrated once? Olivia says, listen to the crowd. Yeah, good to hear the Warriors fans getting a bit of chanting. Is it anyone song time yet? 40-4. Well, it's definitely looking like the Warriors are going to hit a 50 bomb for sure. And again, if the Warriors can get over 50, then... and the Eels don't score, I think the Warriors got bump on points differential. Rob says, is it only current enquiry missing for full strength team? Yes, Sean Johnson will hit the post. Damn it. He will hit the post there. Yeah, it would be only Niokore and Curran. Whilst for the Eels, obviously, Regan, Campbell Gillard, Clint Gutherson, Mitchell Moses, Dylan Brown. Yeah, frustrating for them. They wouldn't be liking this. Hold on. Oh, there it is, frame by frame. That's a nice photo, actually, as it's coming towards him, And that's actually good shots. He'd love that. He would love that. There's some good photos there. Jeez, and that is a professional photographer right there, guys. He knew exactly what he was doing. That was really good. All right, so Bunty Yarfoa here. Big run back to the 15. Maybe they don't because it's an Oz company. I don't know. It is strange that they wouldn't. Do the Warriors not like charity, not celebrating? Yeah, I really don't get it. Or maybe it's an anti-gambling thing. I don't know. Maybe it's an anti-gambling thing. Second tackle here for the Warriors. They're at the 30. They go right inside Tom Ali. And he'll get this ball now to the 35. That was awesome. Yeah, they were good photos. Guys up at the Warriors. Olivia says Parramatta could still win this. That's a blocker Roche coming if I ever did see one. And for Blake. Oh, he's lost the ball. If he didn't lose that ball, he was going to be able to get that offload away. They've got no challenge, Warriors, so you can't challenge it anywhere. They can't challenge a blocker. They lost their challenge, you clown. They lost the challenge, blocker. You comprehend? It's not very... Knock, knock. Blocker, knock, knock. Do I know? No, I don't know. Blocker, holy shit. Liz says he's even got him picking him up. Yeah, absolutely. All those photos were great. He'll make some good money off that. Colin says photographer can make bank. Eels are away here. Penasini. He'll get his ball to the 25. Warriors, if you want a chance to go above the Eels here on points differential and not have to worry about that, you need to score a couple more tries and not concede here. So it'll be second tackle now for the Eels. They're going to be off-hand Gowie's. Oh no, touch wood. Grab what you can, guys, because he's clutching at his knee here. No, he's grabbing at his knee here. No. Oh! Nope. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch this. Oh, this angle is going to be even worse. Oh, man. His legs got bent back significantly there. Yeah, this poor fella has been injured so often. You're right. He has been. He has been so much, man. It sucks to see. At the Bronx, at the Tigers, now at the Eels. He is moving it around, though. Blocker doesn't have a clue what's going on. He doesn't have a clue what's going on, Antonio. The last time Blocker had a clue what's going on was never. Hyperextension. Well, I hope it's only a hyperextension, but usually you don't look to the knee for a hyperextension. But he is okay. He does seem like he's okay there. Any time a player is ever clutching at the knee, you always worry significantly. Jeff was old school knocks to the heat versus Blocker. Sounds like hyperextension. Yeah, you always get worried when they're grabbing at the knee. But he is coming off. He is alright. Well, we're done. We're really missing Gutho, Moses, RCG, and Brown. Or Kevin, you've been done for a while now in this game. You've been done since the first half, realistically. But he is walking off okay, so that's all good. But it says the adrenaline coming off the bench and into the field after your rest is unexplainable. Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about, but thank you. So Offahigawa will go off for Luke Moretti. He thinks it's 1975 still. Oh, he just doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know anything about anything. The last time Blocker had a clue was literally... I can't remember if he's ever had a clue. He makes a decent comment from random time to time. Very randomly. Off to RC. RC will get crunched in the tackle. 10 metres out. It's going to be 4 tackle. Is the Trial Mitchell playing tonight? No. Trial is not playing tonight. Brendan Hands gives it off here to Sean Lane. Fit tackle. They're going to be 3 metres out of the line. I don't even know why he reached out there. He's still like 5 metres away. Out the back to... They put RC. RC kicks it up into the air. Oh, no. Oh, Eels. How did Sean Russell catch that? How did he catch that? Oh, ball's up everywhere. And it's going to be Warriors ball after all that. Guys, who's winning? Antarctica Penguins are winning. Nickel Clockstar gets the ball to the 10. Hope he hasn't dislocated knee. Nah, he hasn't. The way he was walking off, it looks like he's okay. It looks like he's okay. 3rd tackle now for the Warriors. They're at the 20. At the 20. Warriors want to score a couple more tries. This says, I want to know real quick how to pull. Okay. No. We're not even going to bring him up because we all know what the end goal of a conversation like that will end up at. Sean Russell here gives it off to Lume, and he'll get this ball to the 33. You notice in here, if he had Amori heard, they're painful as, yeah, fair. You would hear that. And you would have seen him grimace a lot more than he did. He was obviously clutching at the knee, but you would have seen him grimace a lot more than he did. This is up the Penguins. Mate, get around the Penguin, you know? Get around the Penguin. The Penguin is the greatest team to exist. When was the last time the Wires dropped a feedy bomb? Good question, actually. I'm not too sure. Warriors fans, let us know. Let us know. There's my point. Why you don't mention that name. Alright, so left-hand side, Junior Bolo. He'll be 28 minutes out from the line. 5th tackle, I think it is. Yeah. Out to Dejan Arce, who puts that ball up for Micah Sivo coming through. Oh! It's going to be a dropout here, I think. They're going to check to see if there's a knock-on here from the Eels, but I'm pretty certain this is just a dropout. Pretty certain it is. Here we go. Oh, no, he doesn't actually. Simonson, that's crazy how Simonson... Oh, no. It's crazy how Simonson doesn't touch it, but he was so close. Martinez Lesniak goes up for it, and... Yeah, no, that's just off Martinez Lesniak. The Sticks Warriors. Injury right now to Sirenin, but he'll get back up. There's no way you go for a short dropout. You just kick this as hard as you can. And they go for the short dropout. And they're going to give a penalty to the Eels. Offside. What? I just don't understand the point of all that. Like, what was the actual point of why the Warriors did that? Like, you're up 40-4. Like, you don't want to concede more points just because your points differential. I know you want to score more points, but you've got plenty of time to do that. Just keep the ball deep and keep him down there and hope for a mistake, potentially. Sean Lane, 3 minutes out from the line. Go for the 2. Go for the 2. You cats. Go for the 2. Jermaine Hopgood. Hopgood here. He's going to be 5 minutes out from the line. Would love a try from him for Super Coach. 4 minutes out now from the line. They go out the back to Madison. Madison to RC. RC to Bailey Simonson. Simonson's still going here. Pushes off a couple of tackles. Gets away from another tackle. Gets away from another tackle. Gets away from another tackle. Oh, jeez. He's been decent. 5 minutes out from the line. 3rd tackle now for the Eels. Out to Jermaine Hopgood himself. Oh, 5 minutes out. At the back to Dayton Arcee himself. Try time for the Eels coming. Oh, good defense. Sean Lane still gets there. Sean Lane still gets there, so the Eels will score a try. The Eels will score a try. They make it 40-8 here with the kit to come. Game is over, but they had to work really hard to score that try just then. So the Eels should get this kick. I know it's Sean Russell kicking, but the Eels should get this kick. So it will be a 30-point differential. So the Eels will go from plus 132 to plus 102. And the Warriors currently will be 32-62 plus 72. Which means their points differential is still less than the Rabbitohs. It's better than the Storm. But the Storm get the bye. So for the time being, the Warriors will go above the Storm. But yeah, the Storm will go above with the bye. Jeez, those Rays are going to be scared, man. They would be scared with that points differential. Hold on. 12 minutes forward to go. Please hope this next game is good. Please let the next game be good. They will get the kick there, so it will be 40-10. The last time the Wires scored 50 was 50-14 versus the Knights round 14 in 2016. Oh, wow. So 8 years ago, or 7 years ago. It's not looking a great deal likely right now. The Warriors have seemed to get quite tired in this last 10 minutes or so. They have become quite the Tide. They have become quite obviously tired. You know what I could easily do, right? I just realised in regards to, like, if I wanted to do this, in regards to Titans Dolphins tomorrow with Ryan, if I went and put like $30 on the Dolphins at 2-1 odds, then you'd lose money regardless. Well, to be fair, if you put $30 on the Dolphins at 2-1 odds, you get 60, and then if the Dolphins were to win, you get that 60, then you give Ryan his 50, and you keep 10 profit, or well, you don't get profit actually, you still lose 20 there. But I'm all over the shop. But then if you go with the Titans and they win, then you get 50. Then you only lose 20. See? There's actually a foolproof way to not lose any money. There's a foolproof way. Actually, they're about $2.20 as well. So you'd get about 60, 65, 70. Or at the back here for the Eels, Sean Lane at the 50. We got there at the end. That was Gears that Arisen Man says. Yeah, the Warriors are tired, man. Bad duty to bet against your club. No, I'm not going to do that, Brighton. That's just me saying that. I'm actually super confident for tomorrow. I'm super confident. Left-hand side, Sean Lane. Gives that to Sivo. Sivo kicks it back on the inside for Simonson, but he knocks it on. He knocks it on. You still lose like 15 if Finns win. Well, then you'd have to put like... Just put 50 on. You lose no money then. You bet. If you don't want to lose money, if you want to guarantee... Like, if we wanted to talk shit here, I could talk massive shit. And then I could put $50 on the Dolphins. So either way, that would mean that if the Dolphins win, then you come out clean. If the Titans win, you come out clean. Like, if you want to just talk your shit and then still have the money by the end of it. Simonson... Well, there's nothing wrong. Why? He just lost the ball. Simon's just knocked the ball on. I don't even know why we're looking at this. Sitting here at a core, eating me hot dog, drinking me Coke, and see that the best 5'8" of all time, Josh Reynolds, has given up his top 30 spots so we could sign Sexy Sexton. But this is Sexy Sexton. It's the sexiest bloke that you're ever going to see, mate. Now, come on, man. Like, don't be silly. Yeah, Freelas is just making tackles. It's just a knock on against Simonson. Michael Muliaga says, could you sit through a rugby game, though, seeing a score of 50+ to none, or like with the opposing team at only one try? I do it all the time. I've sat through games that have been 72-6 and shit like that. We sat through Cowboys versus the Cowboys Knights last week, 74-0, and we also sat through, I didn't sit through streaming-wise, but Knights Bulldogs, when the Knights put 66 past them. Hot dog better than German sausage from Seabus? Oh, no, sorry. German sausage from Seabus is better than a hot dog. Absolutely. Those German sausage. I'm going to get one tomorrow now, Blitzy. I'm going to get one tomorrow. You can't stop me, mate. I'm going to get one of those hot dogs, the German sausages from Seabus tomorrow, and I'm going to enjoy it. And no one's going to stop me. No way. No way. 10 minutes to go here at the game, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Do not forget, in 20 minutes' time, we'll be going live for the Rabbitohs and Bulldogs game. This feels like it's been a long game. It does. When the games are broken like this, and one team has killed it, they get really draggy for the remaining little bit. Knock on there, so Warriors get 6 again. Okay, still a chance of the Fitty Bomb. Still a chance of the Fitty Bomb. First tackle in. They're going to be 7 metres out from the line. Dog supporter eating hot dogs, you cannibal. Yeah, you're a sicko, Daz. How dare you? How dare you say something so obscene? Little Clockstad looking for a whole second tackle, 10 metres out. Brighton Robinson says, bit of onion on that tea sauce, you beauty. Get out of here. How good. Now I'm getting hungry. 9 metres out from the line. Right hand side off to Sean Johnson. Short ball. Rocco Berry. 5 metres out. Second tackle. Second tackle. Alright, so Warriors 2 metres out. We need to try here really to start thinking about that Fitty Bomberunas. Bunty forward. Oh, Will Panasini. He's come out of the line. He's done well there actually. $20 red hot rocket dog. I don't know about a red rocket dog. No, thank you. I'm not really a big fan of the old red rocket dogs. 4 tackle now. They're 7 metres out from the line. Metcalf. They're at the back of Sean Johnson. Oh, beautiful ball from Johnson. How has he not scored? That's a beautiful tackle from Simonson. 5th tackle for the Warriors. Oh, wow. That's poor defense from Sean Lane. Try time there for Mitchell Barnett. That defense from Sean Lane was horrific. Justin Sanders says, surely the Warriors don't choke the Fitty. Mate, we've seen it before. We'll see it again. But we have seen that multiple times this season and in recent weeks too. The Eels against the Dogs. The one was against... there was a couple the other week. We need one more for the Fitty Bomb. Just one more. Look at this defense from Sean Lane here. It's comical. It's literally comical. Oh, he didn't even get onside in the first place. And Maurice says, when RTS returns next year, which position would you play him at? Put RTS in the wing. No, I put him in the centres. Your centres are your weakest position, realistically. Olivia says, the fans of the crowd look so sad. Well, they probably are sad. They probably are pretty sad right now. I would be pretty sad. If this was the Titan tomorrow, you see me pretty sad, you know. I'd be a little bit sad. Guy just stuck his leg out. Oh, yeah. It's actually, that should be on report. That should be on report. Could that not even be, arguably, yeah, that will get him in trouble, that. He'll be suspended. Surely a try celebration if they get the Fitty. Yeah, was that a try celebration just then? I don't know. Sean Johnson kicks it. So it'll be 46-10 with 7 minutes 50 to go here of the game, guys. That's no good from Lane. Sharks against the Dogs. Eels versus Finn was so bad. Yeah, Eels versus Finns, they were up at 42 at one stage. They were at like 42, mate. At half time. It was like 42 at half time and they didn't even defeat bomb. Bullshit, man. It's disgraceful. That's just disgraceful, man. Gee whiz. 7:45 to go. Third career try, double first since round 19, 2018. Just looking here. Looking at a few things. I don't know what's going on there. He's on report. Fair enough. Eels fans putting on their spare wires jersey. Listen, get around it. This is what we want to see, though. Like, at least the Warriors will be a team everyone wants to support in the finals. Like, you will regret it the day they actually win because Warriors fans will slaughter Australia. But until, like, you definitely want the Warriors to do well. It's always a good feel-good story to see the Warriors doing well. Hold on. I think the cold weather today is, like, making me really congested. 4 tackle here at the halfway point. Warriors with the ball. Come on, we want to try, Warriors. We want a Fitty Bomb. We want a Fitty Bomb. Give it to us. Go, you good thing. Jackson Ford at the 40. Come on. That's what we want to see. Imagine being Jackson Ford right now. Went from the Dragons to the Warriors. Like, you'd be happy. You'd be happy. Sean Johnson puts that up in the air. 27 likes to hit the 100. Slap that like button. Yeah, let's get to the old hunch. Let's get to the hunch. Come on, smack it in. Smack in the hunch he likes. And I know we're super close now to 24,000 subscribers, so get around it. Could have been lots of money raised, but no wise try. Yeah, it's disappointing. Really disappointing. Well, hopefully the Eels play like this next week, but they won't because they'll have Dylan Brown back, they'll have Mitchell Moses back, they'll have Clint Gutho back. So the Titans will play a very different Eels team this week. So Eels next 5, Titans at home, Cowboys away, Storm away, Dragons at home, and Broncos away. 4 out of those 5 games are actually really competitive games and tough games for the Eels. Really tough. One more try for a video. Hope they get it. That's all we need. Still 6 minutes to go. There's still time for the fit. Now we'll drop to 9 and 8. Here the Eels. So Warriors 10 metres out. They need to go decent distance, but you can tell they're still up for it. Here we go. They get the off the way to Nickel Clockstad, and he's going to bring out to the 25. Crunch down in the tackle there. Lume is hobbling right now. Hopgood playing hooker right now. Oh, it makes sense, really. It does make sense. I reckon Hopgood can play a bit hooker. He's not obviously the paciest hooker, but I reckon he can definitely play hooker. Jeremiah says, which teams currently do you think have cemented the position? I'm not going to go through all the teams, bro. 4th tackle here for the Warriors. They're at 40 metres out. And also, arguably nobody besides me, Panthers and Broncos. I'd say Panthers and Broncos. So 5th tackle here at the 30. I'm really struggling. Oh, Sean Johnson's going for it. He's going for it on 5th. Watini Selesniak. He kicks that ball up, and that should be an easy one there for Sean Russell. At least you saw there from Sean Johnson that he wants to get this 50 bomb. He wants it. He really wants it. But don't forget, Rabbitohs Bulldogs right after this, guys. As a Titans fan, you actually want the Dogs to win that one. And most teams around that 8, you actually really want the Dogs to win that one. Because it'll put the Rabbitohs in dire straits. Hopgood's kind of like Radley and Cheese. Can play 9, but really is a 13. Yeah, for sure. Well, Hopgood's a big body. So you don't want to be realistically using him in the 9, but definitely can play there with the fact that a 13 is basically a bigger 9. Like, that's realistically what a 13 actually is. Dejan Arce, he gets an offload away, and the Warriors get the ball. Okay, here we go. 50 bomb chance. 50 bomb chance. Do the Titans get the 8 if they win tomorrow? No, they do not. Here we go. Here's the opportunity. Unless the Rabbitohs lose by like 100 and the Titans win by about 40. Rabbits drop out of the 8 if they lose. Do they? 3rd tackle of the Warriors. They're at the 30. Do they? Oh, only if they... No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. Unless they lose the game by 70. You're not right at all. So right inside now for the Warriors. And there'll be 25 minutes out 4th tackle. Come on. Come on. All right, here's a chance. Warriors now 15 minutes out 5th tackle. Come on. This is the one. This is the opportunity. This is the opportunity, Warriors. Please. Don't blue ball us. Don't blue ball us. Put it up. Then put it back. No. He's lost the ball. No, Warriors. We're going to see one more opportunity for them to hit the 50. One more opportunity. Toll Harris has come back out here. No, not GG just yet, Sunday. Still 3 minutes to go here. Let's just hope the Warriors utilize this last opportunity that they will get. No one cares about the Eels scoring right now. We just want to see the Warriors score. Wires history of blue balls. Plenty of blue balls in the Wires history. Plenty of blue balls. There's the link to the next game as Jay's just dropped. 3rd tackle now at 35. Confirmation of what? I don't know what they're talking about. 3rd tackle, yeah. Huge next 5 games for this Eels team because there is still a chance that there's definitely a big chance they could still miss the 8. Good pickup there from Hopgood. Really good pickup. And they're away here, the Eels. Ryan Madison offloads it. Intercept. No. So 6 again come up for the Eels. The Warriors will get maybe 3 tackles now. That was not what we wanted to see. So Eels at 35 minutes out. Give Hopgood a try for the Super Coach, please. Give the old Hopgood a try, please. Nice little scooter dummy. That'd be nice. Gives off to Sean Russell, and that's not going to happen. Oh, I think this could be a try. This actually is probably going to be a try here, Sean Russell. This may be a try to Sean Russell here. I'm spewing because this is going to give you no break between this game now because they're going to stop the clock here for pointless reason. They're going to say no try. So Sean Russell kicks it over the top for himself. So he's onside. He's onside. You'll take that. So it's going to bounce. Sean Russell, does he get there? Does he get there? Oh, it's going to be a penalty, actually. I think they're going to say a penalty here against Sean Russell for pushing Nickel Clockstar in the back. Actually, this is just fine for me. That is such a terrible call. Like, at least this one's not going to cost the game for the Eels, but this is a David Fafita no try all over again. Like, that is absolutely a try, but they're going to call based off of this. They're going to try to be consistent on the David Fafita call. Yeah, push based on Titans game. Exactly right, Lucas. The only reason they're calling that a push is because they're basing it off of the Raiders-Titans game. The only reason they're doing that is because they don't want Titans fans to be pissed off about the David Fafita no try. Absolutely. So a minute and a half to go. At least we've got the Fitty Bomb chance here. Guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Warriors with a chance for the Fitty Bomb. It'll be first tackle out the 40. First tackle out the 40. You barely touched him seriously. Yeah, Jack. I know. Just blame Casey Badger for that one. Casey Badger loves a good bunker mess up. Oh, good offload by Adam Fanor-Blake. Here comes the Warriors. Toll Harris. He'll be 38 metres out from the line. Bold of you to assume NRL cares at the Titans. This is a very good point, actually. It's a very good point. Third tackle. Well, they did own us for a bit. They did buy us. Third tackle. Out to the left-hand side. Come on, the Warriors. We want one more try. Sean Johnson, short ball. 15 out, 4 tackle. They've got 2 tackles to do it right now, the Warriors. That will be it. Toll Harris gives it out to Adam Fanor-Blake. Fanor-Blake gets the offload away to Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson gives it off to Nickel Clockstad. Rocco Berry. Rocco Berry. Rocco Berry. No. 5 metres out from the line. Here we go. Right on. Full time. Please do it. Please do it. Left-hand side to Sean Johnson. Last chance. Oh, it's going to be a knock-on against the Warriors. Oh, it's going to be a dropout. But it doesn't matter there, guys. The final score here is going to be 46-10. It will be 46-10 to the Warriors. Good win there for the boys. Obviously, guys, I'll go jump off and jump straight across into the next game, which is the Rabbitohs and the Bulldogs game. But they definitely do deserve that win there, the Warriors. So, guys, I'm going to jump off for now. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. I'll see you guys in 8 minutes' time for the next one. I appreciate you as per usual. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya. See ya.